Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will, I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put y'all faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo slave ship. What the fuck he do for blacks in his administration? I'm waiting, patient like a saint. Black, Hispanic, Native, they hate your ass the same. Paint Christ in they image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say he hate. African soul niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and a curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, class was being held by the shock on my life. I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priests bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ice agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game, put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves. Chose by the Lord, we could never be the same. Soon as they born, the wicked go astray. They left the truth, they wasn't with us anyway. Niggas weak, they just saying anything to be truthful. We don't want no cowards anyway. Look, coronavirus, that's a plague. You don't get too much sleep when you waking up the dead. First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church. Came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
Wave that One West cover out that window. Let them know I'm coming with my kinfolk. Red letter ski mask on, but I don't really ski though. Bullets ball head like they going through chemo. I slide on them Tony Hawk type. Better get your thoughts right. Jumping high on walls, this ain't Fortnite. Red dot, it kinda make it way too easy for a headshot. I put you under wing, it turned into a headlock. I told my niggas think it's time to put the pressure on. You bring that paper, told her throw a little extra on. We go to war and see, I murder one, you murder two, it ain't the same degree. Better up into a capital offense for them dollars, but it really don't make sense. Guns behind tents with some liquor and we riding down the freeway. Slide on them, spin the block and replay, so we slide again.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fire. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide.
We got this mapped out. Niggas selling wolf tickets, not living what they rap out. Said he gon' ride, too emotional, he'll crash out. And I ain't boxing, wrestle with this cannon, you gon' tap out. 100 troopers in the building, turn this shit into a blackout. We both come from the mother, why you tryin' to do me dirty? He cut himself off, we let him rock, he ain't worthy. You playing ball courts, throwing number like a jersey. While niggas folded like origami, I kept it sturdy. Told my son he got the blood of a king, he ain't got a word. They gon' cross you like a Christian, it's better to learn this early. They be watching, trying to copy, asking questions, trying to learn me. I ain't in the back and forth if the business don't concern me. Catch the wrath from my anger, I be trying to give a mercy. Ask the angels keep me covered, I'ma slide, they might have heard me. They playing with that fire, get too close, it's gonna burn me. We ain't never looking back, moving forward, it's the journey.
You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fire. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide. Look, little nigga, I'm made. All these rappers soft, claim they all cut from a hold of a clove. I'm the one with the blade. Untamed gorilla, keep your hands out the cage. I be standing on they neck, One West to the grave. You can keep your mercy, nigga, I ain't worried. Revenge call me Buddy Love, I call her Miss Purdy. Nigga try to blitz, I'm going 730. I'ma shake the whole room like Big Shirty. Nigga say one war, it's whatever, buddy. Glock fully loaded, you know these letters bloody. Come for me, you a bitch, homie. Boy, I'm realer than your big homie. 144, yeah, the one and only. And you know I keep this blick on me. Bout to slam you like Mick Foley. I got that black out on my arm, play that bitch like a violin. Said me try me once, nigga, try again. You know my position, I'm on standby. Ain't no competition, it's a landslide. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again. Niggas claim they hot, but we been fire. If they ain't one of mine, so they ain't tied. Or you a rider, motherfucker, ride again. You said you slide on them, nigga, slide again.
Camp van. I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go left, right, left. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that. If you got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better give your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft.
It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. Ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right. That shit go.
Wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the semen, something you don't understand. Getting checked for my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar head hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Whether anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before
that shit go left.
Nah, for real though.
Right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. If shit go left, you best get right, or you'll get left. You got that right.
Yeah.
Cut this out, build the beat up.
My title ring bells, I'm quick to put up a fight. Your dark sayings ain't enough, no throwing shade, but they light. You know the shark by the fin, but know the strength by the bite. They talking all damn day, ain't got no dog in the fight. Dry bones in the valley, found a body in the alley. Tuck Balenciaga's too heavy, track it down and follow up a brief second. They want me down, they want me broke, they want me keep stressing. My man smoking on that dope, he said he sleep better. I'm trying to knock this lid off, I go through each level. There's no response ahead, now to make her feel special. You go against me, I push back cause I don't feel pressure. This ain't a gimmick, I'm about business, I'm a real member, real problem solver to the roof. Off your demons, man, I do this too often. It's a coffin after every verse. Watch their hands, they double dealing. Shorty stripping on the day of rest, but next day in the church, man, this shit hurt. Grandmama watching kids, she love them, they don't listen to her. Pops running in the street, the fast life is getting torn. Section 8 in the poorest section of the city, made the best out of it. Mr. Iced Tea with the whiskey, we gon' hit diamonds. Keep digging, keep climbing, listen loudly, speak silent. My youngin', he need guidance, curses running bone deep. Been struggling this whole week, this ain't sweet. Thought he was riding, but he is slowly. My pop told me do what you do, and just be a man by it. If you start building up something, you gotta stand by it. I fell in love with this progress, destroyed the build process. Thoughts from a hustler, an economic mindset, iconic stroll. Gotta meet my goal before the sunset. They always say it's someone better, and I ain't met that one yet. Life is just a game, I'm on a winning streak, who want next? I peeped the whole setup, flipped the script, and now they upset. Only came for mine, I took the time and left the extras in the whoop-de-whoop. Chain on foodie loose, they come to take your breakfast. Being honest is not an option, you a bitch, I'm being modest. Co-signer, stand by it, two on point to stand by me. Drive my hot wheel like a Johnny, that's the truth. I'm a lion running loose, I'm a giant to the moon, that's where I take it. And that's word to this war scarf, I'm there before the war start. Word to leave your whole mind polluted, keep a pure heart. I'm hands on, I ain't coddle. This shit hitting like a bad kid, got an ear, let them hear. I better duck like Donald, I picked up cause all the violence, plus I'm hated cause I'm honest. Real niggas, none left, one west is where you find us. You a spark, I'm atomic, Noah's Ark, just flow with me. Lost a few but gained plenty, flipped it off the same penny. I feel like the chase for the cloud is the new opiate. Won't associate with no divas to feel appropriate. I shine bright and it's not ice, but they notice it. Still controlling shit overloaded, but this that soldier shit. I'm on top, used to want the top, but now I'm over it. Compare me to your childhood trauma. I'm here to make you feel in love like when your pop left mama. Mary J was the result, I know they don't want drama. Man, that's just wife karma, and she got a great future behind her. But I'm bored with all this picky saluting and all the picking and choosing. Yeah, bro, when you know when he losing, you created a fake beef, and that's impossible. Edibles, Christ-like, so I whoop ass. Let's keep it professional. My mind dark with a spark. I'll leave you a vegetable. Stats incredible. Circle was skeptical. Sketchy slither figure niggas. I'm the roughest. If you tryna get technical, I made a deal with myself. The only deal with myself, and on the real, I kept that shit all the way real with myself. this John. Look at this John. Like. Really that nigga. Truth be told, I'm a noble figure. Local niggas, they be so offended. One West word, this global business.
Hold on. Let me ask y'all a question. All y'all niggas in the same school and all that?
Hell, fuck yeah.
So none of y'all niggas smoke weed?
Fuck no.
Don't fold if you say you win it. I was molded to it, now fit it. Can't control, this the highest limit. Killer shit, but this an honest living. Gotta get it, ain't no time for wishing. The time is now, better pay attention. In my city, you can feel the tension. A terror squad, no pun intended. This ain't for you.
Punya. How about Simeon Shabakata?
Give it up. Please, get that thing. Please sit Please have a seat. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos en 1 West de Calle 125, Harlem, Nueva York. Desde 1969, debajo del mando de el general Yahana. Carnales, esta es la verdad. Si tú eres hombres, españoles, negros o indio nativo, tú eres Israel, el pueblo elegido de Dios. Tu padre y tu madre. Forgot the rest of it. Hold on. Y'all get the point. So, y'all get the point. Clap it up. Crack it lag, let's get it on. Mi nombre es General MAHAYAMAN, estoy al servicio de el General Yahana. Haz tu preguntas. I'll take all of your questions right now if you have them. What are our topics this week? I'll tell you what they are. We're going to first go over what do the Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, Kevin Hart, Chud, and voting all have in common. Those things have a common thread, a common sickness. And because of that, they have a common cure. They have a common cure. Everyone understands, right? I'll bring that out tonight. Also, we'll go into the wheat and the tares breakdown. We'll talk about the purple pigs of the IUIC and show you the sickness that they have, which is a very, very similar sickness to everyone I just mentioned earlier. All right? We'll go into that, but first I'll take your questions if you have them in the room or online, please. Anyone? Preguntas. Up front, warrior.
Salaki, sir, if
Please.
I may. My question is with Amos chapter 9, verses 11 and 12, and Acts chapter 15, 16, verses 16 and 17.
Please, do you have a question in specific?
Kind. So this was brought to my attention. I've seen it before, but I just want to make sure that I had the right breakdown when I gave it.
But so there's not a question in specific about it. It's just the breakdown.
Kind.
Solid. Let's have a drink to celebrate that. Clap it up real fast. The water. What's your name, warrior? Young man? Young man, good to see you, warrior. Let's celebrate the young man here tonight and have a drink in his honor. Please, please have a seat, warrior. I'll give you the breakdown. Bring me the showbread up here, too. You have it? We'll put some showbread up on the counter today. Let me get the question for the young brother, all right? Whenever you're ready, you can read it if you would like. You can take it back. Go ahead. Whenever you're ready. If you would like to read it.
I can read it.
Please go ahead. You can have a seat too, warrior in class.
So Acts chapter 15 is quoting Amos.
Okay.
So I don't know which one you want me to read first.
Whatever one you like is fine with me.
I'll read Acts 15.
Can't find it. I'll put it on there. It's all right. You see this here, Levi? This is the sourdough, brother.
Famous sourdough.
I'll bring it up here for you. I want to see what it looks like in the middle whenever you get a chance. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You know, you posted that picture of the sourdough, so I don't know what happened at my crib. You know, and it's just sourdough all over the place.
I still like it, brother.
You inspired. A lot of women. Israel, sir.
It's a hell of a hobby to have, brother. Give me both of them if I could, Ephraim. All right. Whenever you're ready.
So this is Acts chapter 15, verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
After this, I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down. And I will build again the ruins thereof. And I will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord, and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called.
And that's the one in the New Testament, correct?
Come.
Now read the one in Amos.
Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it up. And I will build it as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name.
Now, everyone knows that these are precepts, right? That these two are the same. So what's the controversy about? What are people saying about these precepts? Go ahead.
So they're saying that Edom and the heathen, that those are non-Israelites. That's what
they're saying. They're saying that they're the water word. They're saying that, okay, you're going to cut it open. They're saying that these are non-Israelites, so that means that non-Israelites are going to what?
Specifically, they're saying that they're being called by the Lord's name, which means that they will be saved. That's what they're saying.
Okay, what about the whole possessed thing right there? How do they explain that?
Well, they would go into the whole, that yes, they would be in captivity, but then they would be at some point still in salvation. I don't know. That's the explanation that they give.
Do they ever explain the whole possessed part?
No. That's where I come in and explain that part.
That's when you come in and give yourself a hand. Well done. Well, okay, these are absolutely precepts, and they're saying the exact same thing. All right. We'll go to Amos first. I'll break it down, and then we'll go to the other one, right? Go ahead.
Amos chapter 9. To start from verse 11.
Please.
Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
What is that talking about?
The northern and the southern kingdom.
Correct. The tabernacle of David is speaking about the house of David, speaking about the house that Jesus Christ is currently in charge of, and he's going to rule the entire nation of Israel. We won't be divided anymore, right? We were a divided kingdom for about 600 years. Unto this day, we're divided. This is speaking about the northern and the southern kingdom who fight everywhere they find each other today, and that fight started thousands of years ago. We began to fight each other. We began to hate each other. While we hated each other, our enemies grew in power. The Gentiles, the heathens, the Edomites grew in power. They were unified. They came together under Julius Caesar. They came together under the Greeks. They came together under King Darius in Assyria, and we hated one another no more. The Bible prophesies the time when he's going to give us one king that will rule all 12 tribes, and we won't be divided. We won't have any breaches anymore. Continue.
And I will raise up his ruins.
Raise up his ruins. Why? Because that house has fallen. Joseph was a carpenter in a ghetto. And by right and law, he was the heir to King Solomon's throne. But he was a carpenter in the ghetto. Continue.
And I will build it up. And I will build it as in the days of old.
Oh, it's going to be like it was when King Solomon sat on the throne, brother. King Solomon's throne room, along with his father, King David, had 12 golden lions. In the middle of his throne, set in the middle, he had 6 golden lions on one side, 6 golden lions on another. He had riches and wealth from Africa, from all of the countries that sought his wisdom. They sent him gifts to curry favor with him. That house is going to be like that again. This nation is going to be like that again. Continue.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
That they may do what?
Possess the remnant of Edom.
That they may do what?
Possess the remnant of Edom.
They may possess the remnant of Edom. Now, I don't know what Christians or fake Israelites are talking about, but that's pretty self-explanatory right there. That they may possess. I'm trying not to give you the answer. What was the whole point of talking about how great they were in the house of David and tabernacle and no breaches and glorious? what was the point of saying that earlier? They're going to be so great like that. For what purpose?
That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
Is right in front of you. That's the reason this nation is going to become rich and powerful and the greatest military on earth, so that we can conquer the other nations. It's right in front of you. It's saying that they may possess, meaning if we weren't strong, if we weren't great, then we would not possess Edom. Edom isn't joining us because of love, because of brotherhood or kindness, or else we would not need to be great to possess them. The reason we're going to possess them is because we will be the number one superpower on the earth. And because of that, we subdue them and we conquer them. All you need to focus on when you're battling Christians is that they may. That part right there. You get it, right? Keep going.
And all the heathen which are called by my name.
And all the heathen which are called by my name. Now, of course, this is the problem with Christians. When they hear that are called by my name, that they are called by my name, to them always means, what does it mean? I've heard this breakdown years ago. It's like they're called Jews, or they're called saints, or they're called Christians. Is that how they interpret it? Right? It's been years for me. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I believe they interpreted mainly fake Israelite. I'm not sure, but well, they Christians. So like correction. But I believe they interpret it as like you say, which are called by my name. The Israelites are called by the Most High's name. That's how they interpret it.
I got you. Read it one more time. Let me make sure. Go ahead. While you're doing that, I'll cut this braid open real fast. Go ahead.
Amos 9 and 12. That they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen which are called by my name.
So they're going to possess the remnant of Edom and possess all the heathens that are called by my name. Now, this is all you need, I believe, to cut the Christians. All you need is that called by the Lord's name does not mean they're called Israelites. Here you go. Here's a good reveal.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wonderful and so. Let's smell it. Smells sour. So when you hear called by my name, it doesn't mean they have my name, which is how they interpret it, like they have my name. It is not saying that. It's saying that they are called by my name. What does called by my name mean?
Called for a purpose.
Give him a hand. That's all. Yeah. Fake Israelites interpret it like they're called the children of God. They're called the sons of God. They interpret it like they're called my name. You get my point? It's like if your name is Jerry and my name is Jerry, and I say, whoever is called Jerry, I'm going to save. That's how they interpret it, like if you're called my name. But it's not saying you're called my name. It's saying called by my name, meaning the Most High God is putting you in slavery, and they know it. They know that God is putting them in slavery. They know that God wants them to be slaves. How do I know exactly what that's like? Anyone want to give it a guess? I know it exactly what it's like to think God is saying I'm nothing. God is saying that I'm a slave. God wants me to pick cotton. God wants me to put my head in a barrel so they never see my teeth. God wants this. Show me the video. I believe we went over there earlier, Ephraim. The reggaeton artist. Yeah. It's so hard to understand white people going into slavery because that is how much we worship white people. The concept of white people simply going through what you went through is heresy. To even imagine it, to even say, are you saying God is going to put a people in slavery? Yeah. Yeah. He did already, didn't he? Didn't God put us in slavery? So why is it so difficult to understand he might put someone else in slavery? Because you believe that you are lower than white people, and the thing that happened to you can never happen to them. Here's the gospel. The thing that happened to you is going to happen to them. Who's going to do it? God is going to do it to them. Who put you in slavery? Who decided that you would pick cotton and cut sugar cane? God did. If God didn't do it, then it wouldn't have happened. What did Christ say? Christ said that a bird is worth a farthing, a penny, yet not one of them drop out of the sky without the will of my Father, which is in heaven. Not one bird dies without God's permission. So why do we suffer slavery? Why do we suffer the Spanish conquistadors? Why do we suffer lynching? God called us to do it. God called us to be slaves as a punishment for our dishonoring his laws and commandments. Is it so odd that white people might go through the same thing? Is it crazy? Even though that's what happened to you? Let me explain. You have it out? Come. Please play it.
Spain apologize to America.
Can you heat this up a little bit for the brothers out? You can let them cut them some slices they can get down on it. Go ahead, the water. You should have
and that's stupidity. What kind of world?
Olive oil, I'm sure, right here.
Look like son of a bitch that they stole the gold, and the streets and schools and churches that they built so that you could be educated today. So that you could be educated today. Where did it come from, sir?
So this is this is at a concert in Spain, and so this you can hear like an AI dub in English over what he's saying.
Could I hear that?
Come.
Mm-hmm.
Spain apologize to America. And that's stupidity. What kind of world? Look like son of a bitch that they stole the gold.
I can't hear it, Ephraim. You might have to tell them I can't, unless you can hear it.
Come. He's saying, how stupid are you? What world do you live in? You complaining about the Spaniards colonizing us. Oh, they stole our gold. But
and the streets and schools and churches that they built so that you could be educated today.
You could be educated.
So that you could be educated today. Where did it come from, son of a bitch?
Said, where did it come from? Where did all those nice things come from?
There's no need to apologize, Danny.
I'm proud.
I'm proud. I love my motherland.
Spain, my motherland. He said we were just stupid Indians.
We were stupid Indians. This is the reason that people hate the Israelite school of UPK. Because all we're saying, and this is the crime that we commit, we're saying that white people will suffer like we suffer. We're saying that there will be a national tragedy for white people, a national enslavement. That would be completely reasonable if we were just saying it was going to happen to niggers and spics. It would make sense to us. You understand? It would make sense to us, but it does not make sense that bad things happen to white people. Bad things can happen to white people, brothers and sisters. There's a big bad thing coming for white people. It's called slavery. It's going to happen when Jesus Christ returns. Right. If you want, I'll break down the other one to show you it's the same thing. The one in the New Testament, all right? Go ahead.
This is Acts chapter 15, verse 16 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
After this, I will return and will build again the tabernacle of David, which is fallen down, and I will build again the ruins thereof, and I will set it up, that the residue of men might seek after the Lord.
That the residue of men might seek after the Lord. Why? Same brother, young man up front. Why are the residue of men going to seek after the Lord? Because they fell in love with God's laws and his commandments?
Nah.
Why will they seek after the Lord? Because the tabernacle of David is built up again. Because now, the same way you worship Donald Trump and beg him for a pardon, you're going to fall at the feet of Jesus Christ and beg for your life. Yeah, and why is it saying residue of men? Because that's what happens when you don't beg. You see, there will be people that won't beg, and they're not going to live. The people that live are the people that begged the king for their life. It's right in front of you. It says residue. It did the same thing again. I'm going to build up the house of David, builds up that tabernacle, make him big and strong, so that the residue of men will seek his name, so that heathens who would never obey anyone unless they were stronger than them, who would never listen to anyone unless they were strong. The white man would not obey anyone or anything unless he was afraid, unless he was scared. Well, he's going to be scared of our King Jesus Christ, Yahushua. So terrified that finally he will seek the name of the Lord. Does that sound familiar? Anyone? It should be right now in your brain. Can you imagine being so afraid of someone that you worship their God as if it was yours, even though you are not the same race as that God? You're a totally different race, but you love that God. Why did slaves love Jesus? Was it the doctrine? Because they couldn't read. So what about Christianity was so appealing to blacks and Latinos? Was it the wonderful treatment that they received? Was it that when they examined the scriptures, they read it in the Greek and in the Hebrew and in the English, and they said, you know what, fellow slave, I think we should try this Christianity thing out. Was that how it went? Anyone want to give me a guess? Warrior in the back, why don't you get the microphone and tell them what made the slaves choose Christianity? Was it an evaluation of doctrine and the scriptures? Did they learn Greek and Hebrew? Did they examine the different religions? Did they first go test out Islam, test out Buddhism, and then in the end say, you know what? I think we're going to go with this Christianity thing. Is that how it happened, Ephraim? Why did slaves and spics and niggers choose Christianity, Ephraim?
At the end of a whip.
That's why they were forced to. It wasn't because they really loved it. It wasn't because they examined it like, I see what you're saying, Reverend. I see what you're saying, Catholic priest. You know, you might be on to something. The people that didn't choose Christianity were killed. So who chose Christianity? Whoever says the right thing will blow my mind. Ephraim, I know you got it already.
The residue.
The residue. I knew he would get it. Give him a hand. The residue of blacks and Latinos. We said, Jesus Cristo. We begin to go to church every day. We didn't miss one at all. Everyone understands. All I'm saying is that's what's going to happen to them. That's all. I'm not blowing your mind with something new in history. They're going to be beaten and killed until they worship the God of Israel. As second-class citizens, it already happened. It's going to happen again, except this time it happens to someone else besides blacks and Latinos. That is all the UPK teaches. We're not teaching anything radical. We're teaching that history will repeat itself, except this time bad things happen to the enemies of God. That's it. Any more? Read the rest. Go ahead.
And all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called.
Yeah, upon whom my name is called, meaning what? Upon whom my name, this is how you interpret it. Not you, but the people in the world. Upon whom my name is called is like they're wearing my name on their chest, like Jewish or something like that or something. Upon whom my name is called is like the Spirit is upon me. You ever heard that term in the Bible? It's all over the place. The Holy Spirit fell on him that day. The Holy Spirit is on me. That's all over the Bible. You want to find one, you can do it in the next few minutes. The Spirit of God is upon me. Come on, Benjamin.
They make like pictures. They'll say like they're wearing the whole armor of God with the name on it.
Yeah.
And they just write the Lord on the
Yeah.
armor.
Yeah.
The Lord on the leg.
Yeah, they write the Lord. That's correct. When it says that the name upon me, it is not meaning God's name is written in your head or written in your blah, blah, blah. It means that the Spirit is drawing them to worship a nigger God, a spick God. They're compelled to do it. So was my great grandmother. So was my great grandfather. So was yours. So was yours. So was that. And they were zealous about it. Whoa, you see this right now today. This is last week. Can you imagine what Christians we've been here? That a Puerto Rican last week said we were stupid Indians. This is not in the 20s. This is last week. My God, we've been the best Christians in the world. White people, I'm going to want to see that same zeal out of you, white people, when you're in slavery. Right. I'm going to want to see white people love Yahweh while Yahweh shy. I mean, serious. I better see you show such devotion, Barakatah Yahweh while Yahweh shy, to the God of Israel, that it moves a cruel heart like mine to spare your life. That's a tall order. That's a tall order. So we'll have to see. Anything else? Please, go ahead.
If I may, sir, real quick, I believe you asked about his brother's name last week, which is Hatue. I'll read this real quick. Before Taino Chief, Hatue was burned at the stake in 1512.
Yes, I did, Levi.
Spanish colonizers told him to convert to Christianity to enter heaven. When Hatue asked if Spaniards went there and the priest said yes, he famously refused. He declared he would rather go to hell than spend eternity with such cruel men.
Get his picture up on the screen. That's the brother with the knife in the stump. They cut his hands off. He put a knife in the stumps and continued to fight for his hermanos. He fought for them nonetheless. He's a great man. He should be remembered forever. All right, good to go here. Please, Benjamin. Go ahead.
This matches what's going on the slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Baruch 4:6. You were sold to the nations, not for your destruction, but because you moved God to wrath, you were delivered unto the enemies.
That's it. God put us in slavery. God is going to put the so-called white man in slavery to destroy them, to wipe them out. And this is one thing that always makes me feel sorry for white people and so-called Jewish people, right? I feel sorry for you in this, right? White people and so-called Jewish people are so beloved that they think it's sincere. They don't know that people are simply afraid of them. I always wonder, what is it like to be Jewish? I'm sure Jewish people think everyone loves us. Everyone cares about our Holocaust. Everyone wants us to be in charge. White people are the same way. White people think that this world really cares about you. They're completely ignorant to the fact that they are terrifying. Everyone is just afraid of white people. No one loves white people, but everyone is terrified of them. And I always look at white people, and especially when they see us, it's shocking. Like, you don't love us? What? Why not? And I always go, what? What did you just say? And it stunned me for 30 years like that. You would think white people would just go, well, shit, who would love us? Yeah, we hate white people. Can you blame us? Why in the hell would you blame anybody for hating white people? Why would you blame anyone for being angry at the Israeli government? Why would you be upset at all? But they are upset because they believe that the affection, the praise, the worship that white people get, they think it's sincere, Ak. They don't know that everyone is simply afraid of white people. That's all it is. I gotta go. Anything else?
This is Hatue.
That's him. What tribe was he? Where's he from?
He's from Simeon, I believe.
Ooh, Simeon. Simeon, the so-called Dominicans. Give him a hand, brother.
And then the brother with no hands, they
that's a different brother.
That's a different brother. They shouted out in the comments. That's Galvarino. This is him.
Galvarino. Where is he from?
He's from Chile.
From Chile. What's that? Asher. Does that sound right? Naphtali? Give Naphtali a hand, brother. God dang. Yeah, brother. Okay. Anything else? Good to go?
So that's all on that.
What?
Quick shout out to the Zones joining us.
Please, I forgot. Salaki.
We got Virginia in here with us.
Go ahead. Give VA a hand.
South Carolina joining us.
South Carolina, good to see you.
We got Colleen with us.
Colleen, Texas, big Texas. Good to see you.
We got Dallas in here.
Big Texas again. Dallas, give him a hand.
Chicago.
Chi-Town. Come on, Warriors.
Baltimore with us.
Be more.
Syracuse in here.
Syracuse, New York. Come on, Syracuse. You got it.
Atlanta.
Atlanta the Brave. Give him a hand.
Montreal.
Montreal up north. Canada. Give him a hand.
And Florida.
Florida Gator Bait. Give him a hand.
And Florida got a question.
Good to see you, Gloria. Please ask your question.
Can you come back to me? The baby crying.
He said, "Come back." Oh, the baby! I hear. Give the baby a hand. Get it on. All right. Anyone else?
So Montreal has a question.
Montreal, you're up.
Shalom, Adawan Yabashem Shabrakatah. Salaki, sir, with your grace, Baba Kushat. If I could get just a general breakdown of Proverbs chapter 18, verse 17 to 21, out of one.
Anything in specific?
Just a general breakdown, sir.
Okay, please, whenever you're ready.
Karawakan is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 17.
Mhm.
He that is first in his own cause seemeth just, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth him.
Yeah, man. That's a good precept. Where is it at?
In the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, that was verse 17, out of one.
And do you want me to break this down, correct?
Karawakan, Babu Kushas.
Read it one more time, please.
Karawakan, Proverbs chapter 18, verse 17. He that is first in his own cause seemeth just.
He that is first in his own cause seemeth just. When you care about yourself, it seems like that's the right thing to do, right? He that is first in his own cause, it seems like you're doing the right thing. Why? Because you're doing what you have to do. That's an evil term, Mark, that I would not recommend making that a habit to think like that. Why'd you do that? Hey, I did what I had to do. Hey, I had to do it. I had to look out for myself. I had to protect myself. I had to do it. There is a great evil that can be done when you think you're avoiding evil happening to you. You can do a tremendously evil thing. It seems right to be selfish, when in actuality, selfishness is the root of most evil that you've ever seen done in your life. Selfishness, someone that cares about themselves, it seems right. Continue.
Karawakan, but his neighbor cometh and searcheth him.
But his neighbor comes and searches him. Until one day your neighbor comes and your neighbor examines you. Your brother examines you. You know what they find out? You're a selfish bastard and you only care about yourself. That's why the Bible says that the love of money is the root of all evil. Why? Because when it comes to money, what will you do? Make sure that you get your money. Make sure you get paid. Make sure that you have everything you need. But the people who live in your neighborhood don't. But the people right around the corner, they suffer. And one day your neighbor will come and examine you, and we'll all find out why everyone is so poor in this neighborhood. We'll find out when we examine these preachers. We'll see it. We'll go into Harlem and see there's churches everywhere as big as castles here in Harlem. Preachers with millions of dollars. There are millionaires down the block. Some preacher is there. He has millions of dollars. He's 2 blocks from here. And you can find him every Sunday if you're looking for him. Not that I'm saying you should. But if someone was, I know you're robbing every little old lady at the first of the month. If someone was inclined to do an evil thing, which they should not do, you know that cat every Sunday has millions of dollars in a jet. He's 2 blocks from here. Not that you should do anything about it. Everyone understands. I don't want anything bad to happen to anyone, but what if your neighbor comes and searches you out and then he realizes I'm poor, I have nothing. You're here every Sunday by 2 and you have millions of dollars. You're the reason we have nothing. Anything else?
Karawakan, if I could, I don't want verse 18. The lot causeth contentions to cease.
Say that one more time.
Karawakan, Proverbs chapter 18, verse 18. The lot causeth contentions to cease.
I can't hear him out. What did he say?
So the lot.
The lot? Like L-O-T?
Karawakan.
Keep going.
Karawakan. The lot causeth contentions to cease and parted between the mighty.
You said parteth?
Karawakan.
Keep going.
Karawakan, verse 19. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city.
Let me break the lot down if I could. We're in the voting season now. I think we are. I'm sure you've heard of the term cast your vote or your vote casting. This week you will cast your vote. The reason that they say cast your vote is like casting a fishing line, right? When you cast a fishing line, because originally when people cared about God making the choice, they did not choose. They rolled dice. They threw dice. That's how the replacement for that bastard Judas was chosen among the 12 disciples. They got the men together who had been around long enough, who were seasoned men, who had been around. And once they were all there, instead of them fighting to see who was in charge, Instead of them using politics and greed and making promises to the disciples to see who could be in charge, they didn't do that, because that's how you fight each other, which is how politics works in America. Politics works in America through bribes and greed. And so now you think your politician is in support of this bill, but in actuality, he's being paid by someone who wants him to support that bill. So he has to fight you. Why? Because someone else is paying you to get rid of the bill. And so fighting happens because when people have to decide on their own, because people have agendas and people think about themselves. Selfishness makes people fight each other. They didn't do that. They got the men together and everyone just rolled dice. That's it. Whoever number rolls on it, you're the replacement for Judas. Well, that's how voting originally started back when the Greeks had it a long time ago in Athens. They got just the chieftains together, whoever was in charge of the different tribes, and they rolled dice. They cast dice. They threw dice. Why? So that they didn't kill each other. That's the point. So that we're going to let God choose this, or in the Greeks' case, we'll let the gods choose this. We'll just throw dice. Whoever wins is in charge. And that is a much more civilized way to have politics if you're going to have it. So then you don't have bribes rule politics and money rule politics, because whoever the dice fall on is the president. And that's that. Well, that's where that term comes from. That ends fighting, to just say, you know what, let's not kill each other. Whoever wins, you got it. We're going to roll dice. If your number hits, you get it. That's how it was done a long time ago. That avoided fighting. Everyone understands. And do you need more broken down for you?
Kawakan, to verse 21, if I could, I want, but
also, just so I know, the dice, that's the symbol for the tribe of Levi, because that's what Levi would do. You would call a Levite in, you're arguing and fighting with each other. The Levite would say, no problem. He reach into his vest, reach into his garment, pull out 2 dice. He roll them. You're in charge. That's it. What's your number? 7. What's your number? 6. You roll. You hit 7. Okay, if you hit 7 again, you're the man. If you don't hit 7 again, he's the man. And the Levites would come and end all of this bickering and fighting, because now God has chosen. The die is cast. That's another term to mean stop arguing, because it's too late, because the die has been cast. It's thrown. Whatever it falls on, that person is the winner. Everyone gets it. All right. Go ahead.
Kawakan, if I could, so real quick. So what could that be translated into? Let the best man win.
Rip it up and give him some if you want to eat from it. Oh, y'all can grab the bread if you want. Just pass it and rip it up and hand it out. Go ahead. Come on, warrior.
Kawakan, Salaki, so basically verse 18, could that be translated into let the best man win?
Let God choose the winner.
Kawakan, sir.
Because it's up to chance. Do you understand?
Kawakan, sir.
That's the point. God is choosing the winner. It was, if you ever played craps before, CeeLo, I believe you love CeeLo here in New York. I remember that back in the day. So I roll once. Let's say my 5 is my number, right? Then you roll. Let's say 7 is your number. Then we're going to roll again. Whoever number comes up first, you're in charge. You get the goat. You get the cow. You're the leader of this, this tribe. God chooses. A man did not choose. You roll the dice for it. You cast the dice. God chooses the winner. That's what that term would mean. Good to go?
Kawakan, sir.
Anything else?
Kawakan, if I could, out of one. Verse 19, a brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle.
Yeah, that's another excellent precept, Doc, to understand, to have social skills. All of these precepts are about social skills. That's the topic that you're reading. What you're reading now is everyone loves peace. Everyone loves brotherhood, right? You want a peaceful family, right? You want a family that gets along. You want to join an organization where they don't argue and fight like the Purple Pigs or the Christian Church, or forget about the Muslims. The Nation of Islam, you're more liable to get shot in there than if you're not a Muslim. The other Muslims are going to shoot you. Ask Malcolm X. So who wants to be involved in that? You want to join a group that's like a family. You're in a rap group. You want Wu-Tang to love each other forever, don't you? You in a rap group. You don't want to fight each other. Guess what? You're fighting each other, right? Every singing group, rap group, they all break up. The Temptations hated each other. The white groups hate each other. The black groups hate each other. The Hispanic groups hate each other. Why? Because you join a thing, you say, I'm a Crip for life. You're getting shot by the other Crips. That's what's going to happen. Everybody understands. You don't want that. Well, you're going to need certain skills to get along with each other. You don't think you can get along with each other simply by magic. It's a skill set to be able to get along with someone. Certain people have the skill set. Certain people don't. You want someone that is in charge to have the skill set so he can teach it. Now this precept is going over the skill set. We started off in the beginning. If you want a group, an organization, your rap group to have peace with each other, what's the first thing you need? You can't be selfish. Because if you're selfish, then you're going to fight each other. Because the minute I'm selfish, then you're going to be selfish. And then the minute someone says, well, we're selfish in this group, then that spreads to everyone in the group. So you're going to fight each other. Then you're going to fight about who's going to be in charge. Who's going to be in charge? Don't fight, roll dice. The white man would flip a coin. That's the same concept. You get my point? It's like saying, we're not going to fight, we'll flip a coin. We're not going to fight. In Israel, we would roll dice. We're not going to fight, right? That's a skill set. Let's not fight. Let's let God choose. What's the other skill set? Now read the precept again, please.
Proverbs chapter 18, verse 19. A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city.
A brother offended is harder to be won than a strong city. So you got a brother, you've offended him, right? But now you want to do what? You want to win him back. You want him to forgive you. You wronged him, but you want him to forgive you, right? Well, listen to this. A brother offended is harder to be won back than a strong city to be taken. So imagine if I want to militarily take New York City. Oh, I'm going to need my own National Guard, my own police, my own tanks, my own drones. I will need, how many cops are there in New York? 10,000? Yeah, more than that. How many? 13,000 cops in this city alone. That's not counting all of the federal agencies that are everywhere over here. So what would I need to take New York City? 50,000 trained men, including all of the technology that you could possibly imagine. It is easier to take New York than to win a brother back after you have offended him. What is that telling me, Montreal? What is that telling me?
Salakia, when you have to have a different approach into trying to force them to be brotherly?
No, not that. Well, it's telling me one obvious, simple thing. Levi, microphone. Give him a hand. That's what you need. I've seen so many men in my work under Command and General Yohana who give excellent apologies. Excellent. Wonderful apologies, brother. Oh, my God. You're going to get an apology that's amazing. And that would be wonderful if they worked all the time. But here's what you better understand, young brothers. Sometimes those apologies don't work. 7 times 70. Yes, he should have forgiven you. You should be forgiven every single time you offend someone. You absolutely should. What you might want to learn is how to not offend people, because it is extremely difficult to get forgiveness. It is hard. It is not as easy as you might think. Yeah, I yelled at that brother. Yeah, I yelled at him for nothing. I yelled at him and berated him in front of his wife. I yelled at him at camp and he was embarrassed. I yelled at him, but I went to him later on. I said, hey, if I offended you, that's the worst apology in the world, just so you know. Here's the worst apology in the world. If I offended you, I'm sorry. Okay, I hate you from now on and for all time. Should I hate you? No, I shouldn't hate you, because the Bible says 7 times 70, but blow my mind with the answer. The Bible also says that you should not have abused me verbally. The Bible also says to chastise a young man as a brother. That's what the Bible also said. So since you are going to break the scriptures concerning chastising me, you absolutely can't tell me not to break the scriptures concerning you. Precept, when you are selfish, I'm going to come and seek it out. I'm going to see that you only care about me keeping the scriptures. Oh, I got to forgive you. But you're able to speak to me that way and berate me and belittle me. The Bible says that not to do that as well. So do you see what will happen? I would recommend this for you. This is another thing you're not going to listen to. Be more careful about your mouth and offending people. Be careful. Don't just assume that forgiveness rains down like water. Don't just assume that, the Bible says 70 times 70. Then you're going to say this. Well, I apologize to the brother, but, he just ain't forgiving me. Oh, that's a shame. He should forgive you, shouldn't he? You're an expert of what other people should do, right? Right. Lejas roto corazón. Lejas roto el corazón. No, what is it? Say it right. Lejas roto corazón. You have broken his heart. Lejas roto el es corazón. Lejas roto el es corazón. You have broken his heart. So now that you've broken his heart, here you come with, listen, brother, if I offended you, if I did anything, okay, no sweat. He remembers. He isn't getting amnesia. You understand? Brotherhood is a skill set. You want to think about it not so much like a spirit of brotherhood, like, magic brotherhood. Brotherhood is just knowing how to talk to someone, knowing what to do, knowing not to put yourself first, knowing not to only care about how mad you are that day. If you're yelling at some brother simply because you argued with your wife, you're going to have problems in this organization. You're going to have difficulty here. Are you yelling at him because you got fired from your job? Are you yelling at him because of some personal problem that you have at home? Does it just feel good to yell at someone? Are you venting? Is that what this is? A vent session? Is this venting? Oh, you don't have the skill set to be in the UPK. You can't be here. You can be a Muslim, though. You absolutely can be a Christian, but you cannot be in here if you're selfish. Brotherhood is a skill set. It's learning. It's like learning basketball or chess or engineering or anything that people learn how to do. You learn how to get along with other people. It's a skill, and we teach it in the UPK. Everyone understands. Montreal, you understand.
Karawakan, sir.
Anything else?
Just to finish the verse, I don't want, and their contentions are like the bars of a castle.
And his contentions are like the bars of a castle. The bars of a castle are those bars that, that are in front of castle to protect the castle, right? That's how the contentions are. They can't be broken. Don't take brothers' forgiveness for granted. Don't assume that you're going to just always be forgiven. That is a terrible young man's mistake. To just assume you can get drunk and say something evil to a brother, get drunk and do something terrible. Then what happens? Hey, I was drinking. I was angry. Oh, you were drinking and you were angry. Okay. Don't ever talk to me again, you piece of garbage. But you're supposed to forgive me 7 times 70, and you shouldn't be an alcoholic. We're going to keep going with this. All right. Well, should we just keep going? Learn this skill, Ephraim. Please. Please, of course.
I have a scripture over here. I believe it's within the same realms.
Please.
Acts 15.
Mm-hmm.
Acts 15 and 35. It says here, Paul also and Barnabas continued in Antioch, teaching and preaching the word of the Lord with many others. And some days after, Paul said unto Barnabas, let us go again and visit our brethren in every city where we have preached, to do the word of the Most High, to see how they do. And Barnabas determined to take with him John, whose surname was Mark. But Paul thought not good to take with them, who departed with them from Pamphylia and went not with them.
You want me to break that part down, or do you have that part?
Yeah, bring it. And the contention was so sharp between them that they departed asunder one from another. And so Barnabas took Mark and sailed unto Cyprus, and Paul chose Silas and departed, being recommended by the brethren under the grace
perfect precept. Would you like me to break it down? Or unless you would like to, go ahead.
Is it like within the same realm? So how I see it is that even if brothers have a contention or a disagreement or a beef with one another, the work of the Lord must still go on.
So how should we do it then? I don't want to take this brother because this brother left on our last camp day. I asked him to go to camp last month and he left. He did not show up on time. He left. Now you want to bring him to another camp. But this is the same brother that left us hanging a month ago. But you are determined to bring him. Why? Because you want to give him another chance. You think that there's value in him. I don't. I'm not that kind of person. My contentions are like steel bars. I am not going to forgive him for not showing up at camp and leaving us out there at camp last month. You, however, want to give him another chance. Should we break up into two different Israelite groups? Right now, I'm going to show you a picture of the IUIC. One of them is wearing purple. The other one wears green. There's a new IUIC that wears green. A whole different one that wears green. Right? You got the Muslims over here. New York, forget about it. New York, you remember this city has 1,000 schisms and breakoffs with those Muslims. You got the Clarence 13X that broke off from the Nation of Islam. Right over here on where are they over there with that 5%ers? Alhambra Ballroom. Then you got the Malcolm X who broke off from Elijah Muhammad, set up his own groups. Malcolm X, and they killed him. And there's 1,000 of those. Forget about all these churches. Why is there a church on every block? Shouldn't there just be one church in New York? They're all Christian. They all worship their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Then why is there a church every block? Why aren't they all just going to one big church? They hate each other. That's why. Well, they're all Christians, every last one of them. Ask them, do they love Jesus? They're going to say what? Yes. Go a block over, ask the same question. Yes. Go to the next block, ask the same question. Yes. You all love your Lord and Savior Jesus, yet none of you can stomach seeing each other enough to go to the same church every Sunday. Why? Because you hate each other. I'm sorry.
The green IUIC video.
Oh, there you go. Here's a new IUIC South Africa in the green. Then you'll see Nate over there in the purple. Come on. I'm sorry.
I'm overjoyed.
They're dancing.
A couple months ago, sir, right? Captain Desire gave us a permission to go to this church called the Triumphant Deliverance Church.
Mm-hmm.
And their thing was saying that they wanted to get all the Christians in the community to have a men's discussion.
Is that right?
Yeah, so we in Brooklyn too, so we attended.
Uh-huh.
Right. So we got different pastors came there, visited, and they had
they need him on camera. I'm sorry. Whenever someone has a mic, try to get him on camera so people online can, see him and read his lips and the whole thing. Go ahead. The other one. They'll work it out.
On you.
Oh, it can't move. This one can't move. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Salaki, go ahead.
So we kept going, but all the other Christians ain't going no more because they can't. It was us and them. What's up, much?
Give him a hand. Well, let me tell you. Well, Paul was in a situation where he had to use his skill, which is what the precept that Ephraim just pulled out. Paul did not want to forgive this brother, or to be more accurate, he didn't want to work with him again because Paul didn't believe he was reliable. Do you understand? Barnabas, however, was the kind of brother that had a soft heart. He was kind. If you read the scriptures, when Paul was a Pharisee, and no one wanted to be with Paul except for who? Barnabas. Barnabas accepted Paul when no one else would accept him. That was who Barnabas was. He had a kind heart. Paul was a man serious about the work of the Lord, and he couldn't be around a brother that was not dependable. So what did Barnabas and Paul do? They both did the work of God. Since you want to take this brother, you're determined to do it. You take him to this city. I will go with the brothers that I feel I can depend on and go to that city. They both did it. What happened later on after they went? They came back together. They came back together after they did these missions. The mission is not a good word. After they did these operations. They came back together. That's One West. You might be in the truth. This exact same thing will happen in the school. You'll be in the school. You want to go to Brooklyn. He wants to go to Queens. Don't sit and argue about whether we're going to Brooklyn or Queens. Don't do that. Do both. Do both of them. You go to Brooklyn, I'll go to Queens, or vice versa. We'll find some brothers that want to go with the Queens, some brothers that want to go to Brooklyn. We're going to both. When we come back together in the class, we'll sit down and have a drink. We'll both get to do what we want, which is a skill set. It's such a mistake to think that brotherhood almost is a spirit. I hear that all the time with fake Israelite groups years ago. I used to hear like, the spirit of brotherhood ain't in there. I always wonder, what in the fuck is that? The spirit of, I don't even know what that is. The spirit of brother. What is the spirit of brotherhood? I know it's a biblical phrase, but I don't understand what that term means. This is what I understand. I have to watch what I say to him. I can't say what I want to him. I have to say please and thank you. Salakia. I have to say, brother, could you please get me another drink? Baba Kushar, gracias. Could you give me another drink, please, if you don't know? Gracias. Please. Copa otra vez, please. Un copa hielo, con hielo. Please, with some ice. Gracias. I have to say please and thank you. That is not a spirit. It's something I have to do, or else we will hate each other. I can't assume because I'm drinking, it gives me license to offend you. I can't take your forgiveness for granted. It might be difficult to forgive me. I don't know what the hell the spirit of brotherhood is, but I know how to watch my goddamn mouth. I know how to say please and thank you. I know how to care about your feelings and what you're going through. That's a skill, however. It's not magic. It's something I've learned. Everyone understands. Please.
Would this also apply to, like, maybe you have a brother, you love that brother, but maybe like maybe there's a better way for me to phrase it, maybe like your personalities or your styles don't quite.
That is another bad way to think about it. You should not think about it like that, because that is an excuse to hate each other. Meaning, it's what you just said is very common. It's like, well, our styles don't mesh. We got different personalities. That is not true, because this is not a personality. You understand? It's not I'll give you the example. Your job. You bringing people onto that job with different religions, different families, different backgrounds. Why is it you all are able to make white people money? How are you achieving that? Anyone want to guess? You didn't grow up in the same house. You got totally different personalities. Somehow you show up, all of you, at 9 a.m. on the dot. Somehow you stay there at 5. Somehow you check in and put your time sheets in at the same time. Somehow people from different backgrounds, different races, different families. Somehow you show up every day and you make white people money. How are you able to? Your spirits mesh? Do all of your spirits mesh? All of your personalities mesh? How are you able to do it? Anyone want to give me the answer? It's right in front of you. Ephraim, I know you know.
Just doing what you told.
Why are you doing what you told on the job? We tell you what to do. We tell you how to behave. So why do you do what you are told on your job, but brothers in the school won't talk to you the way the commanding General Yohana tells them to talk to you? Why is that, young brother? Microphone.
Salakia, fear.
Say that one more time.
Fear.
Medio. What's fear? Medio. No, medio. Is that fear?
Oh, miedo.
Miedo. El miedo. Yeah, el miedo. Fear. Fear of what? Getting fired. Somehow the fear of getting fired makes all of our personalities mesh together as one in unity. You see, you learn how to keep your job. It's not a spirit. It's not personality meshing. It's saying, I don't want to get fired. So because of that, I get along with everyone on my slavery because I don't want to get fired. It is a skill. It is not a spirit. It is not magical thinking. It is simply saying, if I come in here and I yell at this boss, I get fired. So what do you do when the boss is talking? Listen. Listen to everything he's saying. I understand. You listen because you're afraid of being fired. This is all you have to do. Take that same skill and use it with niggers and spicks from the ghetto. from brothers and sisters, gracias, from brothers and sisters who are dying and suffering. Use it for your brother. Use it for them. Come in here and say, gracias, gracias por copa con hielo. Gracias. Thank you. Gracias por tu servicio. Thank you. Do it in here. Learn how to talk to people in the school. Learn how to talk to subordinates. Learn how to talk to superiors. Learn it. Don't just wait till you get around a brother who your spirits mesh with. Who in the hell is that? Your spirit doesn't mesh with your woman. You argue with her every goddamn night. Oh, your woman, y'all ain't meshing well. You and your wife. Don't you understand what this means? All of you married couples? I'm going to tell you something that you're not going to understand. I'll waste my time again, only a few minutes of it. You could be married to any woman. She could be married to any man. There is no such thing as compatibility. There is no such thing as we're just meant to be together. You see, you and I, we weren't meant. What the fuck does that mean, meant to be together? Meant to? Who made the mistake? Who did it? What's this meant? So we aren't meant to be. We're together though. Right? That's the problem. You gave me the tail, but you weren't supposed to. But you did it. So why were we able to have sex? If we weren't meant to be together, did God just fall asleep and he just somehow let us get together? But then God woke up and said, oh shit, how'd they get together? There is no such thing as meant to be together, not meant to be together. That woman could be married to any brother. You could be married to any woman, anyone, if you had the skill set. What you're really encountering in a bad marriage is a woman that doesn't have the skill to be in a relationship. What you're really encountering with a bad husband is a brother who just doesn't have the skill set or the discipline to carry it out. They don't have, say the word again, miedo. Miedo, they're not afraid. Fear is an excellent educator. Fear. You're afraid. So because you're afraid, you behave yourself. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. So if you're terrified about making mistakes, then you'll speak to everyone in a kind and thoughtful way. Everyone understands. Please.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 5. Servants, be obedient to them that are your masters according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, in singleness of heart, as unto Christ.
Perfect precept, though. So it's just that's the point, Montreal. This precept that you asked about today is the skill. It's the skill of friendship, the skill of camaraderie, the skill of brother. Everyone, you understand Montreal, right?
No
sweat. Please. Next, Proximo. Go ahead.
The part in Genesis 32, sir, right, when Jacob had to Esau sold his birthright,
right,
and then Esau was coming back to Jacob,
right.
Jacob was scared and offering him gifts along the way
Yeah.
before he got to him. That has nothing to do with trying to get forgiveness from Esau too, sir, right? Or they're just trying to calm down.
That has nothing to do with what?
If it has anything to do with trying to get forgiveness from Esau also.
Explain a little more, please.
Right. So I'm thinking maybe I can read
Go
it
ahead.
to you, sir, right? Read Genesis 32 and so like messages Esau. Okay, 7. Then Jacob was greatly afraid and distressed, and he divided the people that was with him, the flocks and the herds and the camels, in 2 bands, and said, if Esau come to the one company and smite it, then the other company which is left shall escape. So Esau was coming back. I guess he multiplied, and he's coming back to visit Jacob. Right, and Jacob was afraid of how Esau would treat him on his way back to seeing Jacob after.
What was he afraid? What treatment was he afraid of?
He was afraid he was going to get murdered by.
He was afraid he was going to get killed, right? Not give him the cold shoulder, or not talk to him at dinner, but kill him and all his men. Keep going. Now, I mean, let me know if that's your question or if it's more.
I mean, that's basically it, sir.
Yeah, is it similar to how we deal with Esau today? Is that your question? Is that the same thing?
No, sir. I know they were raised as brothers from the same house.
Okay, and
was he trying to get forgiveness from Esau?
No. What was he trying to do?
Not get killed, sir.
Shalom.
That's it. Oh.
Yeah, and so because of that, it's exactly like today. He knew his brother. He knew his brother wasn't going to come and go, Jacob, I'm angry with you because you stole my birthright. That was not how he was. He wasn't going to say, you stole my birthright. Don't talk to me anymore. That was not what he was going to do. Yeah, when Esau get here, I'm going to split my men up so that when this group of men gets killed, then these other group of men can make it because he knew him. So in that way, it's exactly like today. If you make white people mad, don't think they're going to hold their breath. They ain't going to sit there and fold their arms and not talk to you. I wish they would. I wish white people would just go, you know what, I'm mad at these blacks and Latinos. You know what? If they say hi to me, I won't even speak back. I wish it was like that, Huck. I wish they got mad at us the way we get mad at them. What do we do when we get mad at white people? Go on street corners and yell. That's what we do. That's what I do all the time. Made a career of it. I'm mad at white people. This is how mad I am. I'm going to walk outside and yell. That's the extent of all my anger. Boy, I wish white people got as hateful as this group. I wish they were a hate group like One West. I wish we're a hate group, right? I would wish that white people would be as hateful as I am, because with all my enormous hate, I take my hatred of slavery and oppression and Emmett Till and George Floyd, and I walk outside in Harlem and yell. And then I come home. I wish you were a hate group like we are. The problem is that white people, when they get mad, they're going to hang us all up and down Harlem from light poles. And they're going to kill every last one of us. That's their hatred. That I know, because I know Esau. I know Esau, just like Jacob knew him. You understand? Benjamin. Mm-hmm.
When he's given these gifts to, is it in a way where like black people trying to get peace with white people and the civil rights stuff?
Why?
Because they're afraid of being killed by.
That's what you got to know about civil rights, about everything that black people do. This is the problem with being white. White people think that black people are just truly loving and kind. They think that we're Aunt Jemima and Step and Fetch It and Uncle Ben. They think that we really love them. The black people that come against you when you're on the internet and on the street, the Hispanics that want you to shut up and don't talk about white people like that, they don't love white people. They're afraid of them. They're scared. They're afraid that if white people see you speaking about them, they think that they'll kill other white people, other black people. And guess what, Ak? That's exactly what has happened. That's exactly what has happened. You want to research something that'll blow your mind? Right here in Harlem, look up when Joe Louis would win a fight. Look up when Jack Johnson would win a fight in this city. Tell me how many people got killed because a black man won a boxing match here in this city. Jack Johnson, Joe Louis would beat, Irish man McGullicuddy in a boxing match. Do you know people would die all over the country? They would get lynched. They would get lynched because Joe Louis won a fight. Because Jack Johnson won a fight. When black people and Hispanics see us speaking, you know what they do? Y'all get out of here. Y'all don't talk about white people like that. Brother, that is self-preservation. That's not love for white people. They don't want to die. I understand. The problem is that's the reason we have to speak. That's the reason we have to speak. Please, Benjamin, go.
Jeffries summary right here. So this is from pbs.org. The Jack Johnson Jeffries fight, dubbed the Battle of the Century, took place on July 4th, 1910 in Reno, Nevada. Johnson knocked out Jeffries in the 15th round. Johnson's victory sparked a wave of nationwide race riots across in which numerous African Americans died across the country.
Do you understand what white people think we love them? They think that's why we sing. They think that's why we're like, racism is wrong. You can't hate white people. White people can be saved. God loves white people. Jesus Christ died for all races. Brother, I know why you're saying that. You're safe now. We'll protect you. We'll help you. No one loves white people. Right. Everyone is afraid of white people. Everyone. They're terrified of them. Can you blame them? They killed black people. A fight happened in Nevada. They killed people in Harlem over that. They killed people in Wisconsin. They killed people in Oklahoma. Can you imagine being in Kansas and they're kicking in your door, dragging you out the house? You say, boss, I didn't even see the fight. Can you understand that? They didn't even, this wasn't on television. There was no HBO. There was no television. Black people died, Doc. They didn't see the fight. They didn't see it. And they were killed. How's the hard?
Going on the same PBS article, sir. It said Congress eventually passed an act banning the interstate transport of fight films for the fear that the images of Johnson beating his white opponents would provoke further unrest.
White people, I know you think that black Christians really love you. They're terrified of you. Israeli government, I know you think that everyone cares about the 6 million Jewish people that died in the Holocaust. I know you think that. In actuality, we're just all terrified that you're going to kill us unless we act like we love you. Every Christian is doing this. Every black and Latino Christian is just scared. They're scared. It's your job to teach them courage. It's your job to give them the courage that Jesus Christ gave his men to come against oppression. And they need your help. Is there anything else? Please, Ephraim, right here, microphone.
Slakia, do you think like Slakia, that it's hard for our people to imagine Esau in slavery is because our ancestors and ourselves have been conditioned for so long by Christianity, among other things, a white Jesus and God as a white man with a white beard and everything white is right, in other words, type of.
You're absolutely correct, but take it to the next level so it can be true. When you say conditioned, it sounds like they were taught this or someone set them down in class and taught them Christianity. When you say conditioned, what you actually meant it is. I'm sorry.
Just a second, the camera.
1 second, please.
A lot of bread I want.
No time in Christ. Get it on now. You gotta heat up in the microwave though, put a little something on it. So what? Whenever he'll tell me when I can start again. Please.
It's good.
There you go.
Is that healthy fear? I mean, from our perspective, just
the fear of white people that causes you to do what?
It causes us to sing or dance or entertain them.
It's selfish fear. There's many different kinds of fear. There's a fear that you're going to lose your job and you'll be homeless, which is true.
Right.
That can happen. But that fear can make you go to work and perform oral sex on your boss.
Right.
You get the point? That fear can't. You go to prison, right? You get locked up in jail. You're afraid you're going to be stabbed. that fear can't make you wash somebody's drawers and perform oral sex in prison. It's true in that this is a dangerous situation and you absolutely could be killed in prison, but there's a selfish fear that causes you to preserve your life at any cost. That is a selfish fear, and that is wrong. Do you understand? There's a way to use fear to your benefit. To your benefit, so that you understand how I'll take this fear of losing my job, fear of dying, and I'll perform a righteous act in a way that protects myself from the extreme consequence, which is what you're doing in slavery, what you could do in jail. You can go in prison and say, I'm not washing any drawers or sucking any penises in here. I'm not doing anything at all that a man wouldn't do. But I might do something else to protect myself. If perchance somebody gets stabbed and I don't know anything about it, somebody might get stabbed, somebody might get hurt. That might protect me. Do you understand? I might do something to protect myself that is not compromising my manhood, but it might compromise, the rules. It might compromise something else, but I will protect me. And there's all kinds of different ways to do it, all kinds of different ways to, conduct yourself in jail in a safe way, but not in a way that compromises your manhood. And that you cannot do in or out of jail. Do you understand? You can't do that anywhere because you give up something that is too precious. You can't ever count your life more precious than your honor. You can't ever. No cobardes, no cowards. You understand? You cannot count your life more precious than your honor, but you can make certain moves, do certain things, do things in a certain way to do things more safe. That you absolutely can do. You understand? Anything else? Any other questions?
Did you want that IUIC video?
Yes. Do I have any more questions?
We do have some more questions.
What would you like me to do?
Let's go to South Carolina.
Okay, go ahead. Whenever you want to start the stories or do one story, just do it. All right. Okay. You got it. South Carolina, you're up.
Shalom, y'all. General.
What's going on, warrior?
Not much, sir. I just have a question about two quick scriptures in Proverbs.
Mm-hmm.
Proverbs 25 and 20 and verse 23, Baba Shah.
Please.
All right. Proverbs 25, verse 20. As he that taketh away a garment in cold weather, and as vinegar upon I'm not sure what that word is.
Someone spell it for me. Ephraim, do you see it? Say it again. Niter. Oh, that's jogging my memory. Niter with it. Nitrate. Someone got to have to look that up. It's jogging my memory with like a chemical.
Nitrate, also known.
Microphone, please.
Saltpeter.
Okay.
Potassium nitrate.
Right. But okay, you put vinegar and potassium nitrate and nitrate together, you get something. I want to say that preserves food. That's what's jogging my memory, like it preserves food. That vinegar, that's what they put in meats. What's those meats? The deli meats. You know what I'm talking about? Cold cuts, right? Cold nitrates. Nitrates are in cold cuts, right? Vinegar is in cold cuts because it preserves meat. So you want to think about a time when you didn't have refrigeration. You needed salt. That's something else I thought about doing this week, Ephraim. I thought about making my own salt since I'm doing this sourdough thing. I can feel my brain going there. I'm about to go to Atlantic City and I'm gonna make my own salt. I'm trying to stop myself because then my houses are going to be filled with seawater, and they're not going to like that. Okay.
I would love to see this.
Oh shit! I'm making my own salt. That's it. Clap it up for Ephraim. He did it. I'll bring my own salt in here once I get to Atlantic City and get some seawater. Anyway, you
I'll
take
the full
nitrate.
blame.
Say again.
I'll take the full blame.
All right. Well done. Nitrates preserve meat. It's what's in, deli meats and blah, blah, blah. Benjamin. Come on.
Nitrate is the British way of spelling it. NITE, or is the American way of spelling it?
Okay, but it's still nitrate? Niter. What is that? Is that the same thing? Okay, is that used for preserving meats? What do they use? What's that for? Especially if you combine it with vinegar. I know vinegar preserves things. You put vinegar in cucumbers, they become pickles.
It says it's a colorless or white crystalline compound used for gunpowder,
Let me get Ephraim.
pyrotechnics, fertilizers, and preservatives for food.
All right.
Preserving salt for ham, sausages.
Okay, done. Ephraim, that's what you're going to say?
So the AI summary says that pouring vinegar on nitrate causes a vigorous effervescence, bubbling, and chemical reaction, often used to illustrate a disruptive, unpleasant, or counterproductive effect.
All right. It sounds like the meat. That's the whole point of this. The whole point of this is that you need this to preserve meat. So that's why you shouldn't withhold it from someone, because they're going to starve to death, because unless it's the dead of winter, your meat is going to be rotten in a few hours, right? In about 8 hours, this meat is rotten. Read it from the top, please, whoever had the question.
Proverbs 25, verse 20. As he that taketh away a garment in cold weather.
You get the point. As he that taketh away a garment in cold weather. It's cold outside. If I take your garment from you, I'm killing you, because you're going to die of exposure to the weather. As he that takes someone's garment in cold weather. Go ahead.
And as vinegar upon nitrate.
If I take away your vinegar and take away your nitrate, right, then you're going to starve to death, because you can't eat, because your meat is rotten. Fish is rotten when? In an hour, 3 hours, 4 hours? All other meats, they're going rotten.
So is he that singeth songs to a heavy heart.
Please. 1 second for an announcement, everyone. Can you get him on camera?
Y'all thought, come up here, please. Be raising up, brother. I saw y'all. So his name means work of the Lord. He has proven to do the work of the Lord, and he's very diligent man in this truth. Has proven himself to be a good reputation, and it's my honor to raise this brother up to 1,000. No. Okay, 1 second. Try to come on up here. Bubble control. Get the camera on. Go ahead. Now, offset 1,000. Barak Yahweh. Barak Yahweh. Where Shemorka. All Yahweh. All Yahweh. But Yahweh. Ayaka. Where Kunka. Destroy Yahweh. But Yahweh. Ayaka. Where Shalom. Shalom. Yahweh. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Barak. Rapah. Magun. 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 I saw you. 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 Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Tuwada Aman.
Wow. Congratulations, brother. Well done. All right, good to go. Who asked the question out there?
Colonel McCon, sir, South Carolina, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, you want me to read it again from the top, sir?
I think I broke down that part for you, right?
Colonel, I was wanting to know, like where it says, "So is he that singeth songs to a heavy heart."
Yeah, man. So does he that singeth songs to a heavy heart. This is another skill in having brotherhood, a skill in friendship building. If you take away his coat when it's cold, and you take away his ability to preserve food, that's the same thing as you being happy when he is sad. The Bible says, if thy brother is sad, be sad with him. Right? To be singing and to be happy while another brother is sad is worthy of resentment. He's sad. Don't sing and be happy when he's sad. Care about his sadness. Care about what he's going through. Be sad with him. That's a skill. It's something that you force yourself to do. No one died in your family. No, you're not poor like he is. You're not suffering. So because of that, you might be joyous and happy and you want to sing a song, but what about him? He's sad. And when he sees you sing and when he sees your glory and your happiness, he will know that you don't care about him. So if he's sad, then we're all going to be sad. Right? If he's happy, then we'll all be happy. But if he's sad, then we're all sad. Someone died in your family, you're sad, so am I. We're all sad today. We all lost someone today. That's a skill, brother, and it's absolutely necessary if you want to love each other and not fight each other. You understand, Knock?
Con, sir.
Was there anything else?
Con, sir. Wanted to break down on verse 23, if I could, Baba Kashad.
Go ahead.
All right. Proverbs 25, verse 23. The north wind driveth away rain. So doth an angry countenance a backbiting tongue.
That's a good one. A north wind drives away rain. So there's a ton. It's talking about the clouds, right? This is like a scripture that might explain to you when we knew a lot more about the weather because we lived and died by the weather, or whether or not it was going to rain today, or whether or not it would be sunny today. We knew a lot about it then. A north wind chases away the rain, meaning you're looking at the sky, you see the clouds are dark. It's about the rain. But you can also tell that the wind is blowing due north. So then you know that this rain will blow these clouds out of here. These clouds are going to leave because the wind is blowing north. Well, a fierce countenance chases away someone that wants to be a gossiper or a backbiter because they will be what of you? And online?
Afraid.
El miedo. They'll be afraid of you. They'll be scared. So you want to kind of carry yourself in a way that makes evil people scared because they're going to be terrified to gossip. What was the word you used just now? It chases away what?
Rain.
No, the other one about the behavior.
Afraid.
Backbiting.
Oh, backbiting. So like.
Yeah, what is backbiting? Backbiting is people that talk about each other behind each other's backs. Gossip about each other behind each other's backs. Well, you want to get rid of that? You show those backbiters that they're going to get kicked out of the school if they do that. You want to carry yourself. Your countenance looks like, I shouldn't backbite in here because I'll get kicked out of here. How? I can look at him and I can tell he's going to kick me out of here. He's going to do it. He doesn't seem like the kind of man that will go, oh, you were backbiting? Well, we love you no matter what. He doesn't seem like that kind of man. He's not. And if you backbite, you're getting kicked out of the school and no one will even miss you. You won't be even remembered. We'll take your cover and hang it up in our graveyard up here. Here's where backbiters belong, up here in this graveyard up here. We'll hang your cover up in this graveyard and won't even remember. I don't know where those covers came from. Y'all even know? I don't even know. I see him and I go, who in the hell was wearing that? I don't know. That will be your future if you backbite in this school. Everyone, when I say backbite, I mean talk about brothers behind their backs. You understand, Warrior, South Carolina?
Con, sir.
Anything else?
Sir. The water, sir.
Please, Ephraim.
Con. Could be a good time. So y'all has a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I may, sir, recently they released Pentagon released what I call the Epstein files, sir. He released the UFO files.
Oh, how did I forget about that? Go ahead, Ephraim. I mean, Levi, go ahead.
Go ahead, sir. I wanted to get your take on that.
Mm-hmm.
especially I forgot which president was it that spoke
Ronald
about
Reagan.
it. Ronald Reagan,
Mhm.
in the State of Union.
Mhm.
I wanted to know why at this time is it the coming of Christ? Because we know it's not no aliens that's coming out the sky.
course, yeah.
It is Christ and the angels.
Let me explain to everyone what you're talking about. This week, Donald Trump brung the top white Republican pastors into the White House, and he told them, prepare your congregation for the coming of aliens. We know the aliens. We communicate with the aliens. Prepare for the coming of aliens. When I say prepare, I mean get ready, because we're about to fight the aliens. The aliens are coming, and the congregations of America must prepare to fight the aliens. Ephraim, I think I sent you this. I don't recall. Maybe I didn't. But this was a giant story this week that no one gave a damn about, because everyone knew it was just a distraction to the Epstein files, which is what it is. So Levi, the news report, Donald Trump having a meeting with all of the top white Republican pastors, happened for two reasons. One, it was to distract everyone from the Epstein files, because Donald Trump is absolutely on the Epstein files, absolutely a pedophile, absolutely on Epstein's island, mentioned in the Epstein files more than God is mentioned in the Bible. Did I make that saying up just now? I did not make that up. That's from the reporters. The reporters counted, because of AI, how many times God is mentioned in the Bible. And Donald Trump is mentioned in the Epstein files more than God is mentioned in the Bible. That is an actual mathematical equation that they done. Do you understand? So for one, it's to distract you. He went to China this week. Distract you. Keep on distracting you. Keep your mind off the Epstein files. Two, he is preparing Christians to fight Jesus Christ. Now, that is one West doctrine. Do you know how many years we've been saying that Jesus Christ is going to return and all the countries of the earth are going to fight him and stop fighting each other? We've been teaching that since 1969. Commanding General Yohana gave it to us sometime as soon as it was given to him. It's happening. Every white Christian now is preparing to fight the aliens. That's what I sent you. I sent you one where some Edomite girl was saying that they want you to fight Jesus Christ. Did I send it to you? I think I did. I could be wrong. But I think I sent it to you. Where some Edomite girl was saying they want you to think the angels in Jesus are aliens. That is true. They want you to believe that the coming of Jesus Christ is actually an alien invasion, so that all of you stupid, idiot white people will go and hate Jesus Christ and shoot at him and fight him. Plus, he's black, so you'll just shoot at him just on reflex. Like you do a pizza delivery man that comes to your door when he's too brown. Ephraim.
There also possibly some kind of theory of connection or correlation with aliens, quote unquote, with angels.
Yeah, that's my point. They're trying to say that the angels are aliens so that you can fight the angels, so that white people will fight the aliens. I fight the angels. That's the point. What you want to remember is, if you're in the UPK, haven't we been telling you that was going to happen? We've been saying that forever. So why in the hell don't you obey? Because we've been telling you what this was going to happen. I heard this in the early 90s. I heard this, that they're going to all stop fighting each other and start to fight Jesus Christ. That they're calling the angels of God aliens so that they can unify all the countries of the world to fight the aliens, when in actuality, they're turning their weapons on Jesus Christ, and that fight is over in 1 hour. Please,
good, sir. That's probably the thing they like mock us the most for. Oh, y'all believe in
crack in the sky? Yeah, they did.
UFOs.
They mocked us the most for that. Levi,
if I may, sir, while you say this, right? I just remembered. I wanted to ask you this, out of one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm young in the truth.
No sign of Christ. Mm-hmm.
However, I've heard so much over the years.
Forget about it.
And when I was a young man. Now that I'm in the school,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many things that the UPK was talking about before I came to the school come
Mhm.
to pass.
Mhm.
Now, the world also, they are seeing what the Israelite been talking about in the ISUPK since
Mhm.
forever.
Yeah.
What is it that stop our people from recognizing the voice of God, being that we've basically told everything that was going to happen, yet our people are still reluctant to listen to the voice of God? So if you understand my question,
Okay, yeah, it's a few answers. Maybe I'll condense it into two answers. Asher?
You like Egypt too much.
They like Egypt too much is the first answer, right? The first answer is that people, this is the condemnation of the world. Light has come into the world, and our people prefer darkness rather than light. That's the first answer. They love Egypt, and they don't want to be free. Just like Harriet Tubman said, I freed hundreds of slaves. I could have freed 100 more if they would have believed that they were slaves. She said that in the middle of slavery. They didn't believe they were slaves. The first answer is that people prefer oppression because oppression feels, who wants to give me the answer? We went over it earlier. Ephraim, it feels like you're not with me earlier. You're not with me earlier. Safe. I won't get killed if I love Egypt. I won't be killed, because a boxing match went the wrong way. Egypt makes you feel like you're safe if you love the Egyptians. Come on.
You have food in Egypt. You have jobs in Egypt.
Come on.
You have homes in Egypt.
Come on. Give him a hand. He's telling the truth now. It's safe. Food, homes, the lack of someone kicking in my door and killing me, cutting my hands off. You understand? It's safe. That's the first answer to Levi's question. Here's the second answer. Now, the second answer is what I have always chosen to be the primary answer to me, if you want to understand, right? The second answer is enough people haven't heard the word of God because they don't know about us yet. That's the one I choose because that's the one that's actionable. I can't take an action on his cowardice. He's a coward. He loves slavery. I can't do anything about that. But I can do something if people have never heard the word of God. If they don't know who the UPK is, if it doesn't come up on their algorithm, if they haven't seen our camps, maybe they reject the word of God, Levi, because we haven't come to their city, because we aren't on their street corner. That's the one I choose because that one I can take action in. So I always just assume if people reject the word of God, they've never heard us tell everyone that Jesus Christ is coming back, and white people are going to tell you that they're aliens so you can fight Jesus Christ. You've heard it, but have enough people? No, not for my liking. Not for my liking. Enough people haven't heard it. It's my duty to make sure everyone is accountable. I'll make sure every single ear has heard it. Then now they can be judged on whether or not they reject God. But for now, I can't judge them because I can't even guarantee that they've heard it before. You understand, Levi? Asher. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is, Zach. Yes, it is. So, make them all accountable. Get 3 million people to see every video that you make. 10 million. And then there'll come a time when they'll have to make a choice. Will I choose Egypt or will I choose God? Until then, I haven't even provided them with a choice. Everyone understands. Is there anything else?
Sir, I got that video with the Edomite woman and General Q dropped the precept.
I appreciate you. The water. Asher brought pizza for everyone. The water, Asher, give him a hand. You want some pizza? Just go grab it, Akim. All right, knock what? Go ahead.
rapture on aliens. They're gonna blame the rapture on aliens. And here's the thing, we kind of already knew that, but now we're actually seeing headlines like this come out, which this headline is totally incorrect. None of the information that has been given out about these UFOs or these UAPs changes anything in the Bible. The Bible cannot be changed. It is totally sound. It's inspired and literally breathed by God. So if anything, this information actually confirms what is in the Bible. This is the devil trying to explain away the rapture, and he's trying to get ahead of it because he knows that when all the saints are caught up in the air with Jesus Christ, he's going to have an explanation for it. And so the explanation is going to be mass alien abduction. So he is slowly setting in those seeds into people so that they are easily deceived. So do not be deceived. All these UFOs, all of these beings that is this technology that's so advanced, is just demonic. It's just demons.
This is One West doctrine. How many hits does this video have?
Let me see. I would have to check.
Yeah, probably millions of hits, right? They're going to think that she invented that. Do you understand? They're going to think this little devil that's her doctrine because they've never heard One West. They don't know that we've been saying it since 1969. You out of? Good to see you, live out the water. They don't know that we've been saying this since 1969. They don't know. Make sure they know. Make sure.
392,000.
392,000. They're going to think it came from her. I'm going to make sure that they know it did not. Now you ask yourself, what in the hell are you going to do? Anything else? Ephraim.
Kind of, sir. The precept on that second Ezra is 13 and 30.
General Q is absolutely correct. Second Ezra. I know it's in Second Ezra.
Second Ezra 13 and 33.
Go ahead.
And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. 34. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting.
I got to stop you. Y'all read it on your own because I got to do some of these breakdowns tonight. That's the perfect precept. General Cabal is absolutely right. Put it in the chat room so they can know where to go to it and get it broke down for them, laid down nice and flat. Let's keep going.
Kind of. Speaking of distractions, reporter asked Donald Trump while we're in the middle of a war with Iran why he did this.
Jesus. Now, let me tell him where you're at right now. This week, Donald Trump, now there is a reflecting pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial. I don't know how long that thing has been there, brother. It's a long time, Ephraim. It's been there forever. It's been there. Martin Luther King was standing in front of it during the March on Washington. It's been there forever, maybe since Lincoln, or God knows when. But the thing has been there forever. Donald Trump drove by this reflecting pool. He said it's dirty. It's full of goose. He called it goose poop, but I don't say the word poop. I'm a grown man. Goose feces. Okay. And he ordered that this reflecting pool that has been there, how many years, Ephraim, has that pool been there? Someone tell me on their Google. He drained the thing, emptied the whole goddamn thing out. Brother, do you know how many presidents have went by this pool and never thought about draining that pool? Never even considered, maybe I should clean out the reflecting pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial. Never considered it. George Bush never considered it. Eisenhower never considered it. Roosevelt never considered it. Donald Trump saw this pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial and said, this pool is too dirty. I have to clean it out. I want to explain this to you because you're going to meet people like this in your life, especially you women. You're going to meet people like this. There is a kind of man that has to molest everything. Donald Trump is a molester in the real sense of the word. I'm going to show you. Give me the word molest to make you understand. Many of you only know the word molester when it's referring to touching children. Before the term molestation, they used to use the term interfered with. They would say that this child has been interfered with. Did someone interfere with you? That was the popular term before the term molest. Asher, microphone. I think Ephraim has a direct thing I want to use. You might also have it, but Ephraim, you know what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Asher.
Molest generally means to annoy, bother, or interfere with someone.
I take that, Asher. That's perfect. I had a word where they were going to use how this land in the Midwest is unmolested ground, unmolested terrain, unmolested land. That's how the term was used. If you go out to Wyoming and you see there's no roads, no bridges, no construction, you know what you would say? The land in Wyoming is unmolested land. There is a kind of person that has to molest everything. They can't leave anything alone. They have to touch it. They have to. They have to put their mark on everything. You're going to work with people like that on slaveries. You'll be on a slavery and some new supervisor will come in there and like, why are you changing every damn thing on the slavery? Why are you doing this? Why are you fixing and touching and changing every goddamn thing? Because they are a molester. They have to touch everything. Polite. What's that cat? That farmer man. What's that cat? Farmer man, wilderness man. Oh, Nature Boy. Nature Boy. He's a molester. In that, okay, he has people. They're living and moving about their life. Let me change how you go to the bathroom. Let me change how you raise your children. Let me change. Nature Boy, I have not seen this documentary, so these are all secondhand stories. But goddamn, the stories are insane. Nature Boy was telling them to defecate outside, never use the bathroom, and to step on it, to stomp all on it, because it helps the ground when it does not. It doesn't help the grass. These people had to go. He had to direct their bathroom visits. He has to. How are you peeing? Pee like this. Take a defecation like this. Where are your children at? Let me touch them. Where's your wife? He was having once a week. Nature Boy would come in and say, your wife was with me this week. And he would have to have sex with your wife. You'd have to hand him your wife. The men did it. And guess what else he did? Blow my mind. He had sex with the men too, Asher. The men got to get molested. He molested children. He molested men. He molests your bathroom visits. There are people that must touch everything, Asher.
He molested your house. One woman died.
How did I forget the Asher? Yeah, he molested your house and one woman died of it. Come on. Well, how she die?
Because she stopped taking the medication and went on a B6 diet that he said to go on.
I didn't even know. He told her to stop taking medication. He had to. He's hearing some doctor told you to take those meds. You can't believe those doctors. Don't take your meds. He must touch everything. Let me show you what Donald Trump did this week. That same reflecting pool that has been there when John F. Kennedy was the president. This is what Donald Trump did this week. Took his motorcade and drove through that pool. Drove through it. There's reports that someone said, well, we can't drive through this pool. And then Donald Trump said, F it. Literally, F it. Drive through it. He had to drive through it, Doc. Do you understand? He cannot let that reflection pool sit there. It can't. He took the White House that has been the White House since when? Goddamn, John Adams? I think the only president that hasn't been in the White House was Washington. I think that is the truth. I think the only president that has not been in the White House is George Washington since John Adams, which was George Washington's vice president. He was in that White House. And the thing has been sitting there with minor alterations, since the 17 goddamn hundreds. Donald Trump tore down the whole East Wing of the White House to put up a damn dance hall, to put a club in the thing. golden toilets. Now, when you see this, you might go, damn, why does Donald Trump have to tear down the White House, tear down the Constitution, tear down the laws, literally drain the reflecting pool that people ignored since James Adams? They ignored the fucking thing. A president has a lot of things to do. They don't even think about that pool lock. Do you understand? They're riding by that reflection pool lock in an old 1940s car. They don't even think about it. It is not on their mind, but it's on his. The reflecting pool, the White House, this building that doesn't have my name on it, this building that needs my name, this law, this thing. Why? Because Donald Trump is a compulsive molester. He molests everything. He was in charge of the Miss USA pageant. Now, can you imagine being you own the Miss USA pageant. You're not a judge. You're not a contestant. You own the thing. There are people that own football teams, basketball teams, right? Do they go down and try to play? No. Donald Trump owned the Miss USA pageant. He is in the changing room with those girls, watching them in the room where they get changed. Say again? Brother, am I making this up? Is that what they think, Asher? I hope they don't, because they have Google. He's in the room. He owns the thing. He can't just let the Miss USA pageant, the Miss America pageant just happen. He can't. Donald Trump must molest every building, every blade of grass, every law. He has to touch it. You women out there, you marry men like Dr. Nature. Come on. Nature boy. You marry people, some man that must touch everything. You marry him. You go and say, you know what? I'm going to have sex with Nature Man. I want to be with him. Why? Because Nature Man does what for you lonely bitches? He gives you a lot of attention. Donald Trump is giving the White House attention. Donald Trump is giving the reflecting pool in front of the Lincoln Memorial. He's giving the Constitution attention. He's giving the Voting Rights Act attention. Donald Trump gives everything attention. You dumb bitches, you marry some man who gives everything his attention. You feel loved. Guess what? So is your son. So is your son. He's going to get his attention too. He can't let your son just go to school. No. Your son cannot just go to school and come home. No. Where you been coming from? What they teaching you in there? Why are you learning that? Take off all your clothes. Let me teach you a real lesson. Let me tell you someone that I had to kick out of this school lock, and it gave me such joy to do it. There was some filthy motherfucking bastard that I wanted to murder, and I did not murder him, and I want to thank Yahweh Shai. I didn't murder this man. That he went and he said that he had a daughter, and he wanted to make sure that his daughter had not had sex with a man. He wanted to make sure of it because he was a good father. And so he said to make sure his daughter did not have sex with a man, he had to take off her panties and look at her vagina. Because if the vagina was swollen, then that meant his daughter was having sex. So he had to look at it and examine the vagina. He said this to me. And I said, well, why? What does a vagina being swollen have to do with her having sex? I said, why did you do that to your child? He said, because I had to be a good father. That's a quote. He said, because I had to be a good father. I had to make sure my daughter wasn't having sex. I began to just lose it. And with Commanding General Yohana's permission, kicked him out of the school. You'll never see him again. You'll never hear about him again. I haven't done anything to him. He's wherever he is now, doing whatever molesters do. But what I'm trying to explain to you is that when they're molesting children, they aren't thinking like, I need sexual contact with my own daughter. They're thinking, make sure her vagina is intact. Make sure that her vagina is not swollen. Make sure that boy's penis gets hard like it should be, because if he's a boy, his penis should be getting hard. Make sure they cannot just leave something alone. Do you understand? And that is a terrible trait, to not be able just to go, I'm not involved in that. That's growing. It doesn't need me. I'm okay. It's a building. It's been there before I was ever here. I'm only here for 4 fucking years. I'll leave it alone. There are people that cannot. They must make sure your breasts are firm enough, because you're 13. Are your breasts firm? Do you know how to please a man? Do you know how you get married soon? One day you'll be married. I have to make sure that you know how to please a man. This is in their mind. They can't leave something alone. Be careful, sisters. Be careful, daughters. If you're going to marry a man, especially if you have children, is he able just to, the kids come in, hey, how y'all doing? All right. Is he able just to leave things the hell alone? Or does he have to come in your house and act like there's a new sheriff in town? You know, I'm in here now. Y'all, I know your babies. I know your dad, he was a bad man. He wasn't a good man like me. Your mom told me. Your mom told me what a bad father y'all had. So I'm here now to be the good father. I'm not no deadbeat like your real dad is. Call me daddy. You know about that type? Huh? You know about the type of man that needs to be married to a woman with kids. And you know what else happens next? They have to call him dad. They have to call him dad. The kids see their real father on the weekend. The kid is going on the weekend, calling their real father dad. And then they come home and they have to call you dad as well. Have you ever wondered what that does to their mind? But I do know why you want your child to call you dad, even though they're not your kids, and they have a father already in their life, because your wife wants them to call you dad. Because your wife loves a molester. She wants a man to come into the house. This is your new daddy. Call him daddy too. Well, dad, mom, I got a dad I see every damn 2 weeks. This is your Abba. This is your Abba. This is your dad. Do you understand what that does to the child to call 2 men daddy? Do you know what's going to happen when their real father finds out that their child calls another man dad? Who knows what you would do if you found out something like that? Who wants to blow my mind? If you find out your daughter, who you're picking up every 2 weeks, taking to a restaurant, buying her things, you find out she's calling your ex-wife's new husband dad, give him the microphone. What would you do? What would you do, young brother?
I probably do what my dad did, just show up with a gun.
Give him a hand. Well said. Bien dicho. Bien dicho, young brother. Well said. Yeah. That's what happens when you find out that your child is calling another man dad. Because this man can't just marry this woman and be a pleasant father figure in their life, like a football coach or a basketball coach. No. I'm your dad now. I'm beating you like crazy. I'm in here because he is a serial molester. He can't leave anything alone. He has to interfere with everything. You better watch out for that type. You better look out for that type. Donald Trump is a molester. He molests buildings. He molests a lake. He molests the laws. He molests the Constitution. And he molested girls on Epstein's Island. Ephraim. Next story.
Come.
Slock, if I may, there's a term called leaving well enough alone, and he doesn't know.
Give Ephraim a hand because he's telling the truth. Leave well enough alone. Leave kids alone. That's all. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. Leave something alone. You can't, because you have a pathology. You have to interfere with everything. Is there anything else?
On the topic of somebody who couldn't leave things alone, Chud the Builder.
Is his name the Builder?
Chud the Builder. That's what
I didn't know that. Chud or Chat?
Chud
the Builder. Well, let me tell you, Ephraim and everyone else, I think it was 2 weeks ago that we came into the online class on Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
And I believe I told you that Chud the Builder was a sexual deviant. I believe I told you in here that this white man going around calling black people the N-word with a gun on his hip was really doing it because he had a sadomasochistic urge to be beaten by black men. It was a sexual desire. And the gun, so many of you got fooled by the gun from Chud the Builder. Let me tell you what Chud the Builder's gun is. Chud the Builder had a sexual desire to be beaten by black men. The gun was his safe word. That was the gun. The gun is a safe word, meaning a lot of these white people out there, they like to get beaten. Ask these women online. These white men will fund your college career because you stabbed them with high-heeled shoes. You're going to get paid to go to college because you will take a white man, lay him down on the bed, chain him up, and just stab him with high heels. Just put clothespins on his private areas. And he's going to go, "Ooh, thank you for that beating, mistress. Here's your college tuition." Well, Chud the Builder was that. I told you that 2 weeks ago. I said that to you. What came out after that? Oh, shit, here we go. Ephraim, go ahead.
I've always been Dalton, but I am a Chud.
Right. But you're not my Dalton. You used to come to my house. I fed you.
Yeah, you were cool as shit. I remember you. I don't remember you that much, but I do remember I know you.
So that's him running into a black woman in the street who recognized him from the past. Now this is her telling the story.
Like 2015. What's up, y'all? Lily Venus here, pretty bitch with a big dick. It's literally in my bio. I'm only bringing this up because Chud the Builder's cameraman put our conversation on Broadway on YouTube. Now millions of people know what I look like fresh off work. Fucking great. But in the caption it said that black woman who used to smoke mid and get raw dogged by Chud the Builder. Well, he's not lying. I already told y'all we used to smoke. He used to sell me weed. And we did raw dog a lot. Me, him, and my ex-wife. I am a professional pegger. It is no secret that I perform prostate massages, if you will, for men. I've been doing it for a very long time now. Most of my clientele is white men. We sign NDA agreements. I talk about me pegging all the time, but I never tell you names because discretion is key. Confidentiality is why my client list is so long. But Chud mentioned it first. I think that he said it the way he said it because the white supremacists were probably like, ew, you used to hang out with a black girl. Shame on you. So you had to make it sound good. But see, here's the thing. I'm an egregore too. Lily Venus, hi. Hail the great mother. So I am all about enlightenment.
She's a great
controversy.
Good Lord. What the hell is a prostate massage? Go ahead. Oh, no.
Someone in the shop wants to say no Sakari.
I forgot.
It sounds like she's from Sakari.
A prostate massage? How the fuck are you massaging it?
That's what
Jesus Christ. I never saw that. I was talking about the one. The only one I saw is when he wore like a butterfly suit.
Yeah, I see that.
God damn, I didn't even know about that. Massage. What does that even mean? Listen, white people. Well, here's the topic I wanted to get into tonight. This is all connected. I'm going to show you how Chud, who is actually someone that wants black men to beat him, which is why this woman, it sounds like, is putting a fake penis into his behind, his backside, right? He wants these black men to beat him. He's carrying a gun so it doesn't go too far. It's a safe word. All of these sadomasochists, they get tied up and the woman is jamming all types of objects in their butt. If it gets too bad, they go, Penelope Aardvark, pineapple, and they tell the bitch ahead of time, like, listen, if I scream, don't worry about that. Keep going. If I say stop, ignore that. But if I say armadillo, then it really hurts. That is a safe word. He's carrying a gun because he wants the black men to hit him. He's sexually aroused by it, but he don't want to get killed by the black men. So he carries a gun. The gun is his safe word. It was sexual. It is always sexual with white men because white men don't have normal sex. They do not do that. White men have some type of crazy, hard to understand sex that I don't understand. Okay. But I know for somehow, I think it's wrapped into self-loathing. Like they know they deserve to be punished. And they're looking for someone that will actually give them the punishment that they deserve. As I haven't been able to examine white people the way I have blacks and Latinos. I haven't talked to enough of them. I would like the opportunity to. I haven't done it in years. But it seems like it's tied to, in essence, knowing you deserve a punishment. Like knowing you deserve it. But no one will ever give it to you because you're white. So in essence, you need a black person to punish you. Do you think that's coincidental that Chud the Builder chose a black person? Why did he choose a black woman as mistress? You know why, right? Because that is who he knows he has wronged. He needs a black person to hurt him. He needs a black woman to shove objects in his butt because he has the need to be punished for wrongs that he's done. It's a hell of a thing. I haven't studied it like other people have. But that's what I can tell. I don't talk to white people, but I can see there's a reason that this man who says the N-word looks for a black mistress to punish him for saying the N-word. Everyone understands? Well, that's all tied into something. Let me show you what it's tied into. Give me the Kevin Hart roast. Because, of course, Chud the Builder would go around to black people and call them the N-word. What would the black people do? Anyone know? Asher?
They go around white people and call black people the N-word.
They go around. Say that one more time.
They go around white people and call black people.
So when Chud the Builder would call people monkeys and niggers, what was the response from the black people that he would call niggers and monkeys? You see how no one knows. No one online will know either. Because black people do not have a response to being called nigger from a white man. They don't have one. Because the Christian church has taken it out of your vocabulary. You don't have it. So when a white man says, a monkey, a nigger, a spick, a spook, a wetback, a beaner, you sit there and you go, I'm going to punch you in the face. Because you don't have a response. You don't know how to respond. Hey, you stupid Indian. Hey, you spick. I'll knock all your teeth out. You don't have a response to being racially disgraced and racially insulted. The reason you don't have a response is because your great-great-grandmother taught you to learn how to take it and to not respond because your great-great-grandmother was afraid. El miedo. They were scared. So now here we are, 2026. Some white man comes into the gas station. Hey, you spick, you beaner, you wetback, you nigger, you monkey. That's all I got. That's all I was taught. Warrior, microphone. Give him a hand because Captain Tazariak knows his business. Let me tell you what Captain Tazariak told me. Any white man that calls you a nigger, call him a pedophile. Let me explain why it's perfect. Because in your heart, you believe you are a nigger. You believe you are a spick. You believe it's true, which is why it's the truth. The truth is really impossible to defend. So if you believe it, you really can't defend against it because you think you are a spick. You think you are a nigger. Please, Ephraim. Jesus Lord. Goddamn. So I'm sorry. You believe it's true, so that's why you're stuck. You know what is also true? He is a pedophile. He is a molester. Say it. It is the perfect response to any white man calling you a nigger. You pedophile, you kid toucher. Your wife told me you touch kids, you touch children. You've had sex with a man. What does penis taste like? A penis has absolutely been in your mouth. Now, brother, he's going to be stuck. But you have to know this. He's stuck because it is true. That's why he's stuck. He's stuck because it's true. Always do it. Have it waiting. Nigga, you pedophile. How many kids have you touched? What does penis taste like? Didn't you suck a penis when you were young? When you were 11? He's going to go. He's going to. Why I oughta? Because it's true. Everyone understands. Well, the Kevin roast happened this week. The Kevin Hart roast happened. And comedians got on stage. You want to play what they have? Are you ready or you need me to go?
Right on top.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson.
Tony Hinchcliffe is here, looking like both a child molester and the doll they give the child to show where he touched them.
Good one. Go ahead.
Tony reminds me of Charlie Kirk.
Is this the one where they
he's
said?
Definitely been on camera letting a guy unload in his throat. Oh, you don't know me?
That was the one that got all the attention.
On this same roast, Kevin Hart roast, they made jokes about George Floyd. You have it, please.
Oh, Kevin, they told me not to mention your kids on this roast, but I must say, you did good. They've gotten so big, they now buckle Kevin up in the car seat. It's true, he lost his gig hosting the Academy Awards because of some homophobic tweets, but you'd be homophobic too if you were eye level with everyone's cock. He got into a fist fight on a private plane, proof that no matter how much money black people have, they're still just gonna act like ninjas. Always fighting. Like Bill Cosby, Hart is a black comedian from Philadelphia, and like Bill Cosby, women don't know when Kevin is inside of them. You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
Now, that joke is all over the internet because it was so dishonorable to black people. If you could, Ephraim, play me the response from Kevin Hart and from black people. Play me what they said at the roast about white people.
Yes, sir. So let me pull up Kevin Hart's response.
Give him a second.
He responded the next day to
The next day? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about at the roast. Right. At the roast, there was a joke about George Floyd, a joke about calling him nigger. Just give me the jokes that Kevin Hart and the other black comedians said to disrespect white people. Just give me those at the roast. You saying you can't find them? Are you saying there are no videos of black people calling white people pedophiles, of black people calling white people genocidal maniacs, of black people talking about Donald Trump at the roast? So you telling me there was a roast with professional comedians? The white professional comedians had nigger jokes, had George Floyd jokes, and the black professional comedians didn't have white jokes? Yeah, I'm not surprised, Ephraim, because we don't have that vocabulary because there was a time when you were killed for saying that. So now you don't even have a comeback. You don't know what to tell Chud the Builder. You don't know what a comedian doesn't know what to tell another comedian. He has nothing to say. The whole next day, everyone is commenting on, what do you think about the white racist jokes? Where were the black racist jokes? Where were the jokes where we talk about white people? White people don't have anything to talk about? How about child molestation? How about those tiny, minuscule, itty bitty, teeny weeny penises they have? No penis jokes about white people. You know their penises are so insignificant that white women have sex with pool boys. White women have sex with the help. You want to have sex with Jeff Bezos' woman? You could. Just do some work around the house. Be the gardener. Be the pool boy. Be some cat that's in security that comes around Jeff Bezos' house. You could have sex with his wife. You could do it. You telling me a comedian doesn't know that? You don't know white men pay other black men to have sex with their wife and they sit in the corner and watch? They sit from another room? You don't know that? I thought about doing it as a career, calling myself the Hebrew Hammer. I thought about it. I thought about naming myself the Hebrew Hammer and just putting hell on these women. But that white man, he can't, he got to stay over there. He got to be in the next room on a video camera. He can watch it with closed circuit TV. I'll go that far. I, of course, knew I'd be kicked out of the school. You understand? So I never went down that career path. Are you telling me a black comedian couldn't just say what I just said just now? I just did it just now, right? I just did it. You telling me Kevin Hart couldn't do it? This is his whole job to do it. Black people, Hispanic people, you've been afraid. Your fear is so mind-altering. It stunts your intelligence. It stunts your inspiration. It stunts everything about you. It controls you. You can't even make a joke. You can't do it. How are you supposed to rule the world? How are you supposed to choose the president? How are you supposed to rule your community, take over the city government? How is voting going to help a people that can't respond to a joke? How is voting going to help you? You're going to have to get free to be able to tell a joke, to answer a racist remark, or to rule the world. You'll have to be free first. Anything else, Ephraim?
That's all on that.
Let me show you how these are tied all together. What do we have? What were you going to go to next? How about freedom? Can I show you freedom?
Come.
Give me freedom first in Iraq and give me freedom then in the hotel industry. So now we see the state we're in, right? We're poor. We're suffering. We're in the projects and ghettos and barrios and reservations. And even our tongue is in slavery. Kevin Hart, a millionaire, he has no response to a joke about him being called nigger. He has no response to a joke about George Floyd. Nothing. There's no response to a white man who's calling you a nigger at a gas station. Nothing. You think it's strange because you're at a gas station being called nigger by Chud. Kevin Hart was called nigger at his own roast. He had no response to it at all. It's the same. Well, can I show you the other side? Think about your life. Think about what I just said. Here's the reverse. This is a United States retired Army general. And he went on this show called Real Time with Bill Maher. And this is during the time when there were riots in the street of Minnesota. And this Army general was trying to tell them about how they would handle the situation in Iraq. I know how you handle it when it comes to Mexicans in California and in Wisconsin. Let me show you what the military does when it's not SPICs, when it's not wetbacks, but it's an Arab community in Iraq. Whenever you have it, please, if you have it. Can I get a
were incensed,
yellow, please?
but they were
because you're in their country, probably.
That has a bearing, and so we have a battalion commander, a rifle battalion commander, surrounded by young men in uniform, in battle dress, with their rifles and a load of ammunition. And the Iraqis are very upset, a whole lot of riot potential. They're moving on the American forces. The battalion commander directed that the men take a knee, put the barrel of their rifles in the dirt, and smile. They thought he was crazy. But in that stroke, diffused the situation, de-escalated the problem, and the Iraqis went, well, all right, and nobody got hurt.
Stop.
That's the quality.
Let me explain to you what happens when they're not niggers and SPICs who are in the streets rioting. This is an Iraqi battalion commander. They're in Iraq. The Iraqis are angry as hell because they're being invaded by the American military. The Iraqis are standing there. The United States military has their rifles. They're in riot brigade, riot gear. They're standing there. Their commanding officer tells to take a knee. Now, remember what happened when black people took a knee in the NFL. Remember how it created anger. These soldiers took a knee in front of the Iraqis who were about to riot. The soldiers took a knee. They took their rifles and they put the muzzles in the sand. They took their rifles and they put them nose down in the sand like this. And they were literally ordered to smile. They're on a knee doing this. That's what happens when you're free. When you're a free man. When your oppressor doesn't think you grew up in church. You understand? He doesn't think you grew up Catholic. He doesn't think you grew up going to a Holy Ghost church where you dance when God's Spirit is on you. He thinks you didn't grow up Christian. So take your rifles, put them in the dirt, go down on one knee and smile. Play the video one more time so you can understand how you're treated in America. Go ahead.
We have a battalion commander, a rifle battalion commander, surrounded by young men in uniform, in battle dress, with their rifles and a load of ammunition. And the Iraqis are very upset, a whole lot of riot potential. They're moving on the American forces. The battalion commander directed that the men take a knee, put the barrel of their rifles in the dirt, and smile. They thought he was crazy. But in that stroke, diffused the situation, de-escalated the problem, and the Iraqis went, well, all right, and nobody got hurt. That's the quality of the men and women that we see.
That was a brilliant stroke of genius. It showed the Iraqis that you respect them, that you're not here to harm them. It showed Iraqis that you're not here to oppress us. You're not here to harm us. You got on one knee, you took out your rifles, you stuck it in the sand, and you smiled. The Iraqis left. Wouldn't it be wonderful to be treated with such consideration, seeing that you're an American citizen here? Why aren't you treated like that? That's what you have to ask yourself. Why are you murdered because a boxing match went the wrong way? Why are you killed? Why aren't they treating you with at least the same consideration they treat terrorists in Iraq? Why not? Because you went to church. That's why. Because you grew up Catholic. They know what motivates you. They know you've been to oppression. They know fear is what motivates you. They know if they make you afraid, you'll catch the Holy Ghost and dance, won't you? You'll sing. You'll light a candle in some Catholic church for your cousins that were killed. You won't fight for them. You'll go light a candle for them in mass. You're treated differently because of that. Everyone understands. Can I show you the culmination of it? So now we know how they would treat you if you were violent. That's how they treat violent Iraqis. They smile and take a knee and put their guns down. Now let's talk about voting, because voting is the other thing that you believe is the solution to oppression. Isn't that what your family teaches you? Oh, I'm from the tribe of Judah, brothers. Oh, voting. Voting is a fetish when I was growing up. You must vote. You must vote no matter what. Who cares who you vote for? Vote for somebody. Vote. Voting was like the thing that you had to do. Why? Because people died to give you the right to vote. We shall overcome. Well, while we were voting for 50 years, while we were marching, while we were singing, this week, the Voting Rights Act was struck down by the Supreme Court. Now, all of the black congressmen that you grew accustomed to, the black senators, which it was, I think it was about 5 of them. How many black congressmen did the Voting Rights Act give us? How many? The Congressional Black Caucus. You've heard of them, right? The entire Congressional Black Caucus was invented by the Voting Rights Act. They would sculpt all the black people and put them inside one section so that they could have a black congressman. And because of that, there was this thing invented called the Congressional Black Caucus, which was a creation of moving the map in a way to put all black people in one congressional district. That's how you had black congressmen. Ephraim.
There's a black congressman who this week said slavery is dead, Jim Crow is dead, I don't see any racism, and we should get over it.
Well, he's not going to be a congressman last week because the people that made him a congressman, that section is gone. It's gone. Well, we fought for it. Your grandmothers and grandfathers sung about it and marched for it, right? It's gone. Let me show you what you would have been doing instead of voting. We know you spent 50 years voting, right? You voted for Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton. You voted. Can I just give you the alternative to voting? First of all, tell me what percentage of black people vote in America? Then I want to know what percentage of East Indians vote. Can you give me that, okay? Give them a second, and then you can get the video up while we're waiting, okay?
The video is ready.
We might not even need it, Ephraim, for time's sake. Let's just play the video. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Now, I might need to preface it a little more. Instead of voting, instead of getting the first black president, the East Indians have never had an East Indian president. The East Indians have never had an East Indian mayor of anything, damn near, ever. The East Indians haven't had marches about voting rights. The East Indians haven't had songs and singing, but you have heard of a hotel, correct? You might have known if you traveled. I've traveled damn near everywhere at my service under Commanding General Yohana. It's been a rare hotel I've ever been in that wasn't run by an East Indian. A rare time. Okay? You ever wondered why? I'll show you why. Here's the alternative to voting. Ephraim.
Of all the motels in the US are under Patel ownership.
You use this example of the Patels. What is that story?
80%
Because
of
that's
all
worse than I thought, Ephraim. Did he just say what I think he just said?
Yes, sir.
Play it again and then pause it after he says it.
80% of all the motels in the US are under Patel ownership.
Stop it. I don't believe I just heard that because I did not know it was that bad till just now. Did he just say that 80% of the hotels in America are under the Patel ownership? 80%. And we were voting and marching. 80%. I'm going to be sick tonight. Keep going.
In Uganda in the 1970s. And
This example of the Patels. What is that story?
Idi Amin came to power in Uganda in the 1970s. And he said Africa is for Africans. So what he did is he threw all the Patels out.
It was a family?
It's an ethnic group
Okay.
in India. The US took them in, and when they landed in the US, they basically really didn't have any skills that would allow them to get good jobs, white-collar jobs in the US. What a few of them started to do was they realized that if they bought a motel, a small 10 or 20-room motel, the family could live in one or two of the rooms, and they could use the money they got out and get a bank loan and run the motel. Now, motels are very labor-intensive businesses. So what they did is when a Patel took over a motel, they fired all the staff. And the family took over all the jobs, the cleaning and front desk and everything else, right? And the Patels are vegetarians and they live a very simple life. So when a Patel took over a motel in an area, what they were able to do is they were able to undercut the prices of all the other motels in the area because they have no labor. They have no payroll. They have no workers' comp, none of those things. And so if everyone else is charging $25 a night, they're charging, $19 a night. So the occupancy was higher than everyone else. And they saved their money. And then what they would do is buy the next motel, send the nephew to run it, and then buy the next motel. And this started happening in the early 70s. And when you fast forward to today.
I'm going to be sick. The Patels were kicked out of Uganda because Idi Amin took over Uganda and said, Africa is for Africans. So he kicked the Indians out of Uganda. They all came and fled to America. They didn't go to college. They had no skill. They went and pulled their money together. One family, the Patels. They went and one of them went, they started to work in hotels. One of them bought a hotel with the money that all of them put together. When they owned the hotel, guess what they did? They fired everyone, all of the employees out of the hotel. And they worked for free, for nothing. Because they worked for free, they could lower the price of a room because they aren't even getting paid. They're living in the hotel. They're eating in the hotel. They're not getting paid. Because of that, they could undercut the other hotels. They used that and worked that until buying another hotel and buying another one. And it's so much labor, and they're vegetarians. They're not even eating. And they own 80% of the hotels. Where's the Indian president? Where's the Indian college fund? Where's the Indian? How many Indians are fighting for college in college? Do you understand what you could have done instead of voting? You could own 80% of the hotels in America. But instead you voted because Martin Luther King told you to vote. Instead you voted. You could own 80% of the hotels in this country. You could have zero unemployment. Zero child support courts, zero brothers going to jail because they had to steal and rob someone for money. You voted and you got prisons to put you in when you steal, prisons to put you in when you sell drugs. You see what you could have done if Commanding General Yohana was your leader instead of Martin Luther King. You see what you could have done with your time. Let me tell you what else happened because of that. Because instead of getting a hotel, working for free, living in the hotel, sleeping in the hotel, eating in the hotel until we come up, you know what you did? You fetishized being a doctor. That's what you did. That's what black people did. That's what we all did. We didn't become the Patels, which you never heard of, which get no shine, no glory. No one says, I'm a doctor, listen to me. I'm smart, I'm a doctor. Because of that, you fought to become a doctor. And when you didn't become a doctor, you were ashamed that you didn't become a doctor. There was a sister this week. Her name is called the Honorable Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. She's been coming out for about 4 years. I've seen that tale on TV everywhere I look, and telling everyone that she's a doctor. She's been a practicing psychiatrist. She has a doctoral degree, Asha, which that word is not a word.
I went to a school, Argosy University.
Doctorate, but there's no such thing as a doctoral degree. I've seen her for years, and I just scroll by it like she's not a doctor. Okay. Now, come to find out, someone searched for her thesis. If you have a doctorate, you have to have a thesis. A thesis means you have researched something that no one else has ever researched, this specific thing ever. I've seen people get doctorates, brother, in hip hop, all kinds of stupid shit. You can say, well, listen, what effect does ice have in a glass at this percentage of degrees? That's your doctorate. Am I making this up? I am not. I am not making this up. It just has to be something that no one else has done, that you added to scholarship by researching this thing. And it absolutely could be ice in a cup. And that is not an exaggeration. They couldn't find her doctorate at all because she's not a doctor. Now, you've heard, raise your hand if you don't know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows, you know, okay, this is some broad, she's a nut, she's a self-help guru. She helps people, with their relationships, with being better people. The problem is Black people don't listen to you unless you say, I'm a doctor. You get my point? The Hispanic tribes, you know what I'm talking about? This is not the same thing among the Hispanic tribes. Asher?
You're allowed to say that? I can't.
Yeah, we'll say what?
I'm a doctor.
And here you can't. But if we could, My God, they'd make you king of Brooklyn if you could. Everybody understands. Please, Simeon.
The Simeon tribe, we use the term maestro, which is
Maestro,
teacher. So that's
professor,
the importance when
is
you
the
go
same
on-
thing.
Yeah, we use it like
Maestro de Dios, Maestro de Biblia.
Yeah, we just don't take the doctor, but we say maestro, like to say sir, but you really
Yeah.
don't have, teaching.
Exactly. Well, let me tell you, that comes from oppression. Because we're oppressed, right? And white people learn. Give me the one about the black and white ad. White people learn something about us that is so true. I can't speak for the Hispanic or the North American Indian or the Benjamin tribes, the Benjamite tribes well, but I do understand the tribe of Judah. Okay. And it is something in the tribe of Judah that is so, it's a sickness and it's been around, I think for thousands of years. Okay. Let me explain it to you. This is the reason that Cheyenne Bryant had to lie about being a doctor. And she's not the only one. I'm sorry, give me the historical one about where it comes from in history. You have that yet? This is there was a man named W.E.B. Du Bois. W.E.B. Du Bois was an actual PhD doctor, right? Then you had, what's the cat with the peanut? George Washington Carver. Was he a doctor? I think he might have been a doctor as well, but I'm not sure. Okay. But definitely when W.E.B. Du Bois got famous, right? Black people began to say, damn, he's a doctor. They listened to him because he was a doctor, because he said he was a doctor. Now, he was a doctor. Since then, it is almost a fetish or a prerequisite in the Black community that if we're going to pay you attention, you must say that you're a doctor. Polite was a doctor. Dr. Polite. Doctor this, doctor that, doctor this, doctor that. Go ahead. Dr. Umar Johnson. Listen, and it did not start with Umar Johnson. It is as old as the 1800s. It is that old. Every Black person has to go, the Honorable Dr. Theodore Roosevelt Washington III. All these preachers are doctors. You don't know that? Look at the front of the church. Who's your pastor? The Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Baptist Theophistical Church. It is in our culture to do it. White people know it. I'm going to try to explain to you why you must be a doctor for Black people to listen to you. Do you have it? Go ahead, please.
Historically, Black civil rights leaders and activists have used the title doctor to command respect.
To do what?
To command respect.
To do what?
To command respect.
There is a sickness in the tribe of Judah, in Black people. I cannot speak for other tribes, but you brothers who are those tribes can. There is a sickness that the only people that can heal us are people that have never had the sickness. And that is a terrible idea. In essence, I'm going to help you because you're poor. I'm going to help you because you're in the ghetto. Who am I? I'm not poor and I don't live in the ghetto. Somehow that's what we want. And I don't even know if I can describe this to somebody, but I'm going to help you. Black people are being oppressed. Black people are not allowed to have jobs. Black people are not allowed to have money. Who am I? A Black man with money and with a job. But I thought you said Black people were oppressed and Black people couldn't have jobs. Do you understand that we listen to Black people when they say white people are oppressing us? White people won't let us move into white neighborhoods. White people won't let us have money. Who am I? I'm a Black man with money and I live in a white neighborhood. Do you understand that the success that your leader has means that white people are not oppressing us? Black people can't go to college. Black people can't get an education. What's your name, sir? Oh, I'm the Dr. MAHAYAMAN. I have an education and I went to Harvard University. Well, then what in the fuck are we talking about then? Martin Luther King, Jesus, I'm going to go sick. Martin Luther King marched up and down America because Black people were being oppressed. Black people were being forced to be segregated. Black people were not allowed opportunities. Give me what school Martin Luther King went to. Where'd he get his doctorate from?
Boston University.
Say it again.
Boston University.
Say it one more time.
Boston University.
Martin Luther King went to Boston University and got a doctorate from there. Martin Luther King is the evidence we're not being oppressed. That's why we followed him. Black people will not follow a poor man who says, I will help the poor. They will not follow a man who is being oppressed, who says, I will help you get out of oppression. We follow a black man who went to a white college and who's not been oppressed at all and who grew up rich. Martin Luther King grew up rich. He went to Boston University. Was it on a scholarship, Ephraim? Who wants to blow my mind with the answer? No. It wasn't a scholarship. And they let him in what, 1960, 50? We have a problem, black people. Let me tell you what you are. You're a black person who wants to get off of drugs, but you cannot learn from someone who's a former drug addict. Guess who is the best person to teach you if you want to get off of drugs? Who wants to know? A former drug addict. He's the best one. It's like saying, hey, Asher, teach me how to get off of drugs, but I'll only listen to you if you have never tried drugs. What in the fuck is the point then? I need someone who has been through this. Black people don't want someone who has been through it. I'm born in the ghetto. Help me with oppression. You cannot be oppressed. You have to be rich, and you went to Boston College and your father is rich. Teach me how to get rid of oppression, even though you've never been through it. We want that. Do I need more proof? Give me the commercial from the 1960s. Watch this carefully. This is why Cheyenne Bryant had to lie, or else you would have never heard of her. She had to lie, or else you would have never listened to Cheyenne Bryant. I'm sorry, please.
Or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. Do you wonder why? Well, listen to what this customer is thinking.
That last hat I bought just didn't hold up at all.
You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. Buying by brand. That's the first important Negro buying habit.
Stop.
Now for the habits in particular.
Brother, I don't think I'm even translating this well to someone who is not black, but I'm trying to do it. To be black, right? You are buying for because she's a doctor. That's why you're listening to her. Because that's the brand. Because in your mind, you can never be poor up here. You understand? You're rich up here. You're still rich. You know when this video came out where you had to buy name brand and you had to have things with a name on it and your suit had to be the fanciest? This is out before civil rights. This is out with people that are going to complain about what? Being poor. These people that made this video are going to march in the streets because they cannot afford fancy clothing. Here's a commercial for them to buy fancy clothing because they can afford it. You understand? Because in their head, they have to be rich. They have to be rich up here. So I have nothing. I'm walking into the store. Does this have red bottoms? This ain't expensive enough. Is this Gucci? Okay, I'll buy it if it's Gucci. Where's the march at for jobs that I'll be at next week because black people don't have any money? Where's the march at where we can take a knee because we're being oppressed? Tell me when the march is. But first, I need to get to the Gucci store to buy these Guccis so I can go march about oppression in Gucci's. I don't know if I'm even explaining this because it's so mental. But I lived the thing about black people, we being oppressed, man. We being oppressed. Hold on, let me see if I can buy this big giant gold chain first. Hold up. How much is that? $3,000? I'll take it. I'll wear this down to the public enemy, to the public enemy march. When I wear a $3,000 gold chain and Michael Jordan sneakers that cost $400, after I get them, I'm going to march on this government for taking away opportunities from us. I don't know if I can even explain it, but it's up here. It's here like I am not poor. I am rich. I'm a king. My women are what? My women are black women, queens. All of us are queens. Where are we going? The projects. We're queens and we're kings. And we have Gucci sneakers on. And we're marching because we can't get money. Well, black people, look what you did to Cheyenne Bryant. Look what you did to the woman. Cheyenne Bryant's only mistake was that she should have just named herself a preacher and then nobody would care. That's all. If Cheyenne Bryant was the Honorable Reverend Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, no one would give a damn because your preacher is lying about being a doctor too. He's lying. No one cares because he has to lie because you buy things according to the name brand. Do you understand? They have to lie because you won't even listen to them unless they're Gucci, they're Prada, they're a doctor. Everyone understands. That's the best I could do. I'm trying, but I don't think it's even translating. Go ahead, Ephraim.
Oh, Con, that's all on that video.
The water. Now, should I do? I don't want to jam up across the line. Should I do the last one? Oh shit! God damn it! What time it is? Come on, Ephraim. You're supposed to be stopping me when the time runs by.
He's on a roll, sir.
Oh Lord, Salakia bottom. I think I probably should stop it. Next Thursday, if you can hang on till next Thursday, Purple Pigs out there listening, listen carefully. I know you tuned in this week to hear me talk about you. I promise you, Purple Pigs, I'm going to talk about you next Thursday. I promise you. I'm going to talk about the IUIC next Thursday. I'm going to do the parable of the wheat and the tares next Thursday. And I absolutely will talk about Nasty Nate. Nasty Nate of the IUIC has had sex with a man. He's tasted a penis. He knows what a penis tastes like. He absolutely does. He knows the flavor of penis. He knows whether it's watermelon or sour apple. He knows. I'll talk about that next Thursday. I have got to end the class because I went way too long. Lo siento. My apologies. No, Ephraim, it's my fault. Give Ephraim a hand. Congratulations on Ephraim for getting raised up tonight. He deserves it. I'll do it next Thursday. With that, please pass the class over to Police Officer Ash. You got it.
All right, we're going to give one courtesy salute. Men Amadyam, which means to stand. Amadu Shabbat. Amadyam. Barak. Yajmatah. Sorry, face the sisters. Sisters in the class and on stream, if y'all can stand. Amadyam. Men of Israel. Amadyam Shabbat. Amadyam. Barak. Yajmatah. Class dismissed.